reload your Twitch page.
Just refresh.
It is actually working.
That's dope.
I was trolling when I said it, but now it is actually working.
God, I hate you, Will.
How am I of 21 health and Tripod's at 49? That seems false.
Because you failed your saving throw.
You failed your...
Actually, I do. Okay. Yes, I do not have 39. I have 34. So I'm going to update on that on D&D Beyond, which is a good segue into...
Oh, I see. Nice.
When we're... So basically, like when we're in battle, please try to keep your stuff updated on D&D Beyond. That'll help everybody viewing. And everybody that's already tuned in, if you hit refresh...
Can see my Rod of Absorption. That's cool.
Yeah, so if you hit refresh, you should be able to get all of our character statistics, our items, depending on how in-depth everybody went with their magical bags full of shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna need some help.
So, with that, sorry for the delay. We're here for our 11th stream, and this has been a very long ongoing stream. Joe and Elise, I hope you enjoyed your vacation. Don't ever leave again. I was lost without you. More Joe than Elise, but with that, I will turn this over to our lovely Dungeon Master, Joe, for a little catch-up and recap.
Last session, the group finally plunged into Avernus, the first layer of the Nine Hells, in hopes to save the holy city Eltriel from falling further into the hellscape. You all are currently on the city that is floating above the river Styx. Giant, massive demonic chains straddle and constrict the city as it's slowly being dragged down lower and lower into the pits of Avernus. You manage to encounter a few survivors here and there, ran into some levels along the way, and ultimately learned that you must reach the High Hall, which is the grand cathedral keep of Eltriel. It is the most fortified point in the city, and it is where all the survivors, including likely Uthar Ravengard, who is the Archduke of Baldur's Gate, and your point of contact to find inside Eltriel. Salvatis, the tiefling sage who kind of encouraged you on this quest and who helped get you here, instructed to find Uthar, learn what he knows about the current situation in Eltriel and what has happened to the civilians of the city, and respond back to her using that magical messaging stone that she gave you all to use. You all were also outfitted with some dope magical weapons that I'm sure you're ready to use against the evil demon and demonic forces that wreak havoc in Eltriel. So you rescued that kind of middle-aged woman and her two sons, and she directed you again towards the High Hall, kind of showing you where it was as you kind of looked out over the city landscape. The High Hall is like built up on a tall, like, topographical point, so it's visible from any area inside the city limits. Again, the city is being corrupted by Avernus. Every chain spoke that it sinks lower. Magma pits and lava sprout in the streets, consuming the once beautiful carved stoneways. Bursts and crevices of fire leak out like steam out of an engine, trying to burn and consume every building and structure around it. As you move through the city, again, floating above Avernus, earthquakes happen. Lightning strikes from the corrupted champion sunlight hit the ground around you. You're cautious with every single step you take, wondering if the ground's going to give way and you plunge to your death, if a demon's going to be around the corner, or if lightning's going to fry your ally next to you. With the help and guidance of the woman you saved, you're able to kind of like jump between safe houses, ones that she's already discovered to not be, infested with demons, through alleyways that aren't yet corrupted by Avernus's grasp, and ultimately to one of two of Torm's bridges. Tripod, you are from Eltriel. You spent the majority of your life here to be a paladin of Lathander and ultimately join the ranks of the Hell Riders, though your path has taken a different way since we've started this campaign. You are still familiar with the city and its layout. You know that there are two bridges in Eltriel that kind of connect the two sides of this city. These bridges once spanned a great ravine between the city that was filled with, natural spring water that helped, supply the city. But that ravine has now been replaced with magma, lava, and the threat of burning to your end. The only way to get to the High Hall is by crossing one of these bridges. The party starts, as you can see on the battle screen here, not too far from one of these bridges. A rift in the earth divides Montreal into two sections. The battle taking place below Montreal. Am I echoing?
A little bit.
You guys hear? Is that me? I don't know where that's coming from.
Elliot, can you maybe mute?
Hello.
Maybe during monologues it's getting over there.
Okay, I think it's okay now.
Yeah, you're fine.
Still there? Okay.
You're good. Go for it.
You can hear the blood war rage beneath Eltriel. The echoing up through the jagged open chasm kind of makes like an atmosphere around you as the devils slaughter each other trying to take the city for themselves. A bridge 10 feet wide and several feet across bridges the gap across this fire-infested chasm. Holy runes etched into the stonework of the bridge indicate that the structure has been consecrated in the name of Torm, the god of courage and self-sacrifice. Other than whispering flames of the magma filling the chasm, the bridge looks structurally sound with no occupants on it. You've got a little bit of movement here before you actually make it to the bridge. As you can see, two homes, fire burning around you, and what looks like some lava landscape constructed off the side stands between you and the bridge's entrance. All of you, go ahead and make a perception check.
Nice.
18.
Also 18.
10.
8.
Luckily, Tripod and Ilya are here to perceive. You can hear voices coming from the stone home to the left of the group there, kind of like further away from you guys. They sound human in nature. They're very distant, whispering voices. You don't hear any activity to the house that's right next to you guys, to your right. What would we like to do?
Check the house.
Well, last time I got attacked by some skin flaps, so maybe Nashimo, you try and stealth in there and kind of see, like check the door and...
Yeah, I'll give it a shot. You guys want to cover me? I mean, we've been taking heat.
Yeah, we have. I got your back.
Okay.
Do it.
Make your stealth check, Nashimo.
I hate it.
21.
21.
Trying to run.
Yeah, you get up to the house. There's a boarded up window next to the front door, but it's not boarded up where it's like a complete clean seal. You can kind of hear, not see, hear what's happening on the other side of the door. You hear two human voices. They're whispering to each other. Did you hear something out there? Is it more of those vile things? No, hush, hush. Maybe it's more survivors. Maybe they can help us. Two humans talking to each other.
Can I like insight to see if like I can tell if the voices are like trying to lure us in, if it feels like a trap or if it's
Make an insight check.
15.
So since you started your journey in Eltriel, you guys have been traveling through the city for a couple hours at this point, probably 3 hours. You know, jumping between buildings, alleyways, running up streets, trying to avoid demons, finding other survivors, getting information from them. So you kind of know what actual like authentic people sound like, you know, behind these closed doors. And these voices sound like that. They sound like survivors of Eltriel just trying to stay alive, wondering if they should look out the window or not.
So how are we feeling? Are we confident?
Yeah, I feel pretty good about it. If maybe we post up and send some people in.
Well, we did save what's her face. We could maybe use her to be like, "Yo, they saved me. They're okay."
Yeah.
I mean, is there a reason to go in there though? Like,
Just to get them out.
Is that our
they
goal?
want to
Wanna do
leave?
that?
Like,
I don't particularly think that we should.
We could loot the house.
so you just want to rob them. I'm gonna say I'm against that part. Yeah, I don't know if there's any particular reason to go in there. Like, it's not like we can take them anywhere safer right now. Like,
Yeah. Let's move on.
Hey, you guys want to go deeper into hell?
yeah, like
Yeah,
we're not
so-
going anywhere better. Like,
True.
Are we already bringing that broad and her kid along? Her kids?
we're not bringing them. We told them that they could follow us if they wanted to.
That's
but-
correct. They're keeping a safe distance away, as you guys kind of blatantly said, look, you can follow us. We're looking for a safe path to get there, but we don't want to be responsible for your lives, essentially.
Yeah, I don't think we need to add any more NPCs to follow us and do nothing that are hiding in their house scared.
I will say that we've had some NPCs that bailed our asses out quite a bit in the past.
Well, we rescued one from prison, and he was not hiding in the house on his own volition.
Yeah, hiding in a house
He was
doesn't like tell me they're going to be useful.
Do nothing to it.
All right.
Look, if Alistar was trapped in that house, he would be out there just bopping demons, dude.
What if I told you that one of these people in this house was an old woman, Duramir?
I'd probably shoot an arrow directly through the door.
I'd like to kick the door down.
God damn it.
Absolutely. Tripod, yeah, you kind of like shuffle past, with your metal boot forward. Make an athletics check. Try to bust the door down.
I hope you fucking nat one and break your leg.
That is a dirty 20.
God damn it.
30-20. Quite the opposite of a nat 1.
Kaboom.
I can't wait till you get swarmed by a flock of abyssal chickens again.
That's why my boy Nashmo was checking it out for me.
These chickens have evolved. They're speaking English.
They're throwing their voices and shit.
They think they're people.
No, I like to picture them as the impersonations from Arrested Development, where none of them know what a chicken actually looks like.
Tripod, you burst down the door with ease. A loud bang echoes through the single-story stone house. Inside, you see extremely frightened Eltriel civilians, a man and a woman. They've got like big cloaks on. They've got like fur patches. They've got like these weird like makeshift helmets on. Make an in check. Helmets with like antlers coming out. You can see they've got like
They're
black.
furries. They're fucking furries.
That is a 6.
A 6. You look at them very puzzling. Like, why are they dressed this way? It's a little hard to tell specifically why with your role, but it looks like they're trying to impersonate demons, whether for like camouflage purposes, like blend in with demon roaming the city streets. Maybe they worship demons or something. You're unsure why they're dressed this way, but they're dressed like they're trying to impersonate demons. They look at you as they realize I mean, you still might even appear as a paladin, although be it former paladin of Eltriel. They say, by the heavens, are you with the rescue party? Are you here? Did you hear our calls?
Come with me.
Our prayers to Tor?
Nobody can hear that. Okay. Not exactly. I guess I could kind of get you out of here. What are you doing here? And why are you wearing funny antlers and stuff?
We've been trapped in this part of the city for, well, I want to say days, but it's impossible to tell time here. We've been praying to Torm. We've dressed this way to try to blend in with the demons that roam about, so they wouldn't attack us and take us. But our disguises barely work. They busted in. They took our son. Please help us get our son back. I can still hear his screams.
I would love to, but I got some real important shit going on right now. I'm trying to stop more cities from falling into hell and, more kids from being taken by demons. So is anybody else in the room with me right now, by the way, or is it just me?
Does anyone else want to creep up?
Nope. I sure don't.
Should I just slowly back out the door?
Yeah.
As you look over your shoulder looking for some backup, you just see Nashimo behind you just flipping daggers, not even paying attention to what's happening in the room. Your attention is caught by the civilians again. They say, "Wait, please, sir, please, have pity on us. Our son, he wasn't taken far. Please." As you can feel their pity, their helplessness, just to try to find their son.
I mean, if anybody should be all over this, shouldn't it be? I mean, Miss Lawful Good Ilya.
She's not even in the room.
Yeah, I'm not in the room, and I'm also a paladin with an oath of vengeance, so it's not really my total game at this point.
All right. I'm going to kind of cover my mouth like this and go, "Hey, tripod." And I'll turn around and be like, "What? Somebody calling me?" And then I'm going to slowly slink out of the door.
Make a deception check.
Gonna catch your bullshit.
That is a 3.
All right. As you lean over your shoulder, "Hey, tripod," but you put your hand in the center of your mouth so they can still see your mouth move. And as you go to grab the doorknob, you awkwardly make eye contact with them one more time. As they look over you and you say, "Torms, though he may be missing from the city, he can still hear our prayers and see the actions of the civilians inside. You won't help a missing child in a poor family. May Tom's blessing never reach you."
You know what?
Fucked us. What you did, tripod? You fucked us.
Yeah.
Torm's a little bitch, and y'all some bitches too. I do not answer to him. I don't answer to Lythander, any of those other god bitches. I'm out.
And with a subtle boom of the door closing, tripod, you kind of regain with the group as they kind of walk up and meet you. And they'll go, "What was in the house?"
A bunch of bitches. Don't go in there. There's some more chickens in the back. We don't want to mess with that.
Christ. Really glad we went through this.
Oh, yeah. I'm the one derailing us, not the guy who wants the backstory of fucking everyone.
Wow, ricochet shot.
Yes.
Wow.
You're goddamn right it was.
You're all sassy today.
Yes, I am.
He hasn't finished his first glass of wine. Give me
I haven't.
Okay.
And it's been a long day.
Excellent. So with that,
It's excellent.
That's his job. He's the DM.
Excellent.
with that, as the group is kind of standing in the middle of the street here, you do have that kind of magma cavern that has kind of manifested behind that other house.
Ooh,
The other house has been unexplored as well. And then the entrance to Torm's Bridge is in front of you.
Should light a house on fire. That's
They're all on fire. We're in hell.
Why don't we move down the really interesting bridge?
Yeah, let's go across the bridge that's in the center of the map.
Do we want to investigate the magma cavern or just go to the bridge?
Oh,
I think Joe wants us to go
The
in the magma
bridge.
I
cavern.
guess we'll check out the magma cavern.
Or no, that's your prerogative. You don't have to.
No, I'm down. Let's go.
All of a sudden, like a squirrel, I turn and point. I say, magma cavern.
Oh, sweet, Dermir, and like an excited child, I like run for the magma cavern.
There's more
Yeah, you're like
fucking killer
in the
chickens
back.
in there. I'm freaking out.
There's more chickens.
What'd you say?
I was trying to continue the joke, but it's fine. So yeah, we have the bridge and the cavern. What would the group like to do?
I fucked up the first time, so whatever you guys want to do, that's fine.
Would
I
I
know.
have overheard anything that Tripod did there?
You're pretty far away. Make a perception check. It's going to be a tough one to hit.
17.
Yeah, you heard it.
All right. I'm not going to directly help them, but I'm going to put my hand on my little pendant and just drop like a week's worth of eggs in front of their house so they can have something to eat.
Nah, I'm
With,
turning soft.
With your sorceress magic, you like conjure up a little basket, like a wicker basket, and some hay out of it, and then just bloop, 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 bloop.
Yeah.
Like half a dozen eggs. in
So
the
they
not-
might still die, but at least they won't be hungry.
It's not
Leave it
a
on the
trying to
window.
bring like the history of the Easter Bunny to be. Is that? Are you trying to get canon in
That
here? bud?
depends if he wants to paint them.
All right, sounds like we're feeling pretty bridgy.
Yeah, I vote bridge.
I mean, yeah. Okay, I'll
Your
follow
guys is,
through.
I mean, we've got 5 people that can vote because Tripod is out on the vote. So everybody-
Duramir hates fun, so
Let's go to the
Fun is
cavern.
Fun. I'm trying to understand.
saving children from demons is fun.
That cavern looks like it has some cool stuff
Doesn't
there.
sound like you at all.
Well, on bridge or cavern, I'm working on the camera angles here.
Cavern.
Cavern.
Fuck it, cavern.
Fuck
There you
it.
go.
Yeah, whatever.
We do it live.
We all die. We all die.
It's a total party.
TPK.
Joe. If we had just skipped this cavern, everything would have been fine.
Joe's like, oh, you want to go in this suspicious cavern made of lava or go across the bridge? And we're like, the cavern, yeah. Let's be surrounded by more lava.
Where the magic items are.
Oh,
You
cavern.
already got the magic items. How many
need-
things do you think he's
I
going to
need
give us?
more.
We got 2 incredible magic items.
Joe, is that a 9.5 gem mint
I am a
Gyarados?
generous.
No.
I
Who's
think I
going
got one of those.
What's up? You looking at Pokemon cards?
I'm looking at your Beckett graded Pokemon card.
Yeah, this is my
Oh,
Neo
no.
Genesis first edition PSA graded Gem Mint 9 Kingdra card. Okay.
Wow.
Little lower, Joe. Little lower.
You got to bring it down.
And then you gotta
Damn.
like put your hand behind it.
He's
Yeah, the
flexing
glare
on
too
us.
There it is.
There you go.
There it is.
Wow.
Kingdra's my favorite Pokemon, so try to get at me. All right.
That's tight.
Kingdra, that's a pretty lame Pokemon.
Oh, geez.
Wow. I wonder if Mark's going to survive this
challenge-
next encounter.
challenge-
How much
rating of
HP does it
big
have?
encounter.
50? 50 HP?
Tommy's going in the cavern first.
What kind of energy cards? Water? Weak.
Oh
Water
my god.
Pokemon.
Not even psychic.
Yeah.
So the,
Not even
the way-
Abacadabra.
The way into this cavern is very narrow, as you can see. Unnatural magma-filled stones have just like erected from the ground and have just been like slowly forming a dome encompassing this cavern. The way in is only 5 feet across, so only one character can go in at a time. As you all kind of gather around in front of the entrance, you do hear a soft voice echoing from deep inside the cavern. Hello? Can someone help me? My leg, I broke it. A young, soft-spoken voice.
about to save this kid on accident? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, we're heroes.
I would like to.
Enormous pain.
I absolutely want to go try and help this kid just out of spite. I'm going to save a child's life out of spite.
The most
You know what?
spiteful hero ever.
Tripod, why don't you just go ahead and run in there, snag the kid up, toss him on the front porch, grab our eggs back, and we'll be gone.
Sounds good. Do that.
Fine.
Go ahead. We'll wait here. All you.
Wait, did Joe say it was a kid? Did our DM say it was a kid?
It's either the kid or it is a trap. So
a
Tripod
small,
can go first either way.
broken young voice calling out, "My leg! I'm in it. I can't move. Mommy, Daddy, where are you?"
So personally, I think Kingdra is a dope Pokemon. So I'm going to go down there and investigate.
An excellent preface to this event.
Anyone else want to Tripod?
Yeah, I'll go in there.
Thank you, Snod.
I'll go with him.
Nachimo's going in?
Nah.
No?
Yeah.
I was going to say, that's very non-committal. You were like, eh.
If you remember to move me, great.
As you enter this magma cavern, the sort of comfortability of Avernus really sets into you. The stale, dry air just like sucks the moisture from your skin as you have to like breathe real slow and heavy to get whatever oxygen is left inside this room. Soft glow comes from the moving lava in between the black stones as you can feel the heat just blasting your face from underneath you. You step a little more in, being careful of where you step, almost like hopscotch between the lava and stones. Towards the back, you see a small humanoid, what looks like a young boy. There's a large steel pin hammered into some black stone with a chain wrapped around his leg. You can see the chain is like spiked. It's digging into the young boy's flesh. Blood still oozing, coating chain. The boy is like situated up on a stalagmite that he can like kind of hold as like lava is like coursing around him. Not much that he would like fall into it, but it's still scary for a young child. As you kind of round the corner there, Tripod, the young boy can see you. Oh, hello! Did my mother send you? Father, are you there?
Okay, so I'm looking at these tiles, and I'm trying to gauge how many feet away this kid is.
He is
65.
5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 feet away from you.
All right, I would like to cast Zone of Truth, which is good for up to 60 feet. I want to ask this little shit some questions.
What's the radius on Zone of Truth?
60 feet. I ain't about to get tricked.
There's your zone. Okay.
All right, little boy, who are you and how did you get here?
You have to make a saving throw?
Do I?
No, he does. Check your D&D Beyond account.
Okay, yep. So charisma saving throw.
And what's your spell save DC?
So that would that's my charisma, right?
It is it's 8 plus your charisma plus your proficiency bonus.
Yeah, so 16.
The young boy fails, so he is obligated to tell you the truth. Tripod, you asked him who he is?
I asked him who he is and how he ended up here.
My name is Richie. I was hiding in a house not too far away from here with my mommy and my daddy. We had a window open, trying to see if there was a safe way to run from the house, but some scared bat a demon snatched me right out of the window and dragged me over here.
What were your mom and daddy wearing when you left?
They made costumes, and they made a costume for me, but I wasn't wearing it at the time. trying to look like the demons. It was the only way we could move around the streets without drawing attention.
Ask if he's killed anyone.
Have you ever been to White Plum Mountain?
No, I've only heard stories that my father used to read to me about White Plum Mountain. I can tell you the story now.
No, God, no, please don't. Okay.
Go on.
Tommy, you're not even here.
You can tell that as you drill questions into this kid, and he is magically inclined to tell you the truth. Like, he's starting to lose it. You know what I mean? Like, he's out here in Avernus, in a lava cavern, chain wrapped to a pin in the ground. Some demon took him. I mean, he's not doing good.
Yeah. So, Snod, you're in here with me. Anything you want to ask him before we try and help him out?
No. I'm gonna heal him.
Okay.
Dearmere, I got a weird feeling about this kid, don't you?
I don't even know that there's a kid. I'm just sitting outside.
It's not an old woman. All right. I would like to.
Sure it's not an old woman.
It could be a kid.
Hey, little kid,
is an old
are you
woman
actually an old woman?
disguised.
No, I'm just a little boy.
There you
I'm an
go.
old man.
All right.
I'm going to take a potion of healing out of my, I think it's called Robe of Many Items. What was it called?
Robe of useful items?
Robe of Useful Items. I have 4 of them in one pocket, and I'm going to give it to the kid.
You gonna toss it? Or are you gonna
No,
walk
I'll
over there?
I'll walk over there. I'll have it out.
Yes, you're a little more comfortable in the environment of Avernus, partly originating from Avernus, spending a lot of time here, and your ancestral background gives you that natural resistance to fire and flame. So, where Tripod and Nashimo are watching their step, tiptoeing, looking for secure rocks, you're hopscotching your way across these things. You know what I mean?
Hells
You're bear, you excel in these conditions. So you start to move over to the child. How close do you want to get?
I'll walk up to him and, hand him the potion if that's possible.
Yeah. Nashimo and Tripod, anything from you two while Snob makes his way over there?
I will follow, but I'll also stay about 10 feet back.
Should
I'm
I
just-
hang
ask
out.
if this was a
I'll hang
trap?
out toward the entrance just in case.
I'm here for backup.
You're gonna be the cutoff man. I got the first foot out the door.
Snod's going to relay throw it to me, and I just toss him to you, and you run into the house.
Exactly. We're in and out, baby.
This boy, again, his leg, you can clearly tell it's fractured. There's a part of bone sticking out, fresh blood dripping down it as he's chained up to this giant stake in the ground. You, even at your height, you still have to lean over and crouch down a bit to hand off the potion because he's just so scared in a fetal position. Make a charisma check. Let's see how he take the small, sort of demon-looking creature walking up to him.
21.
Excellent. With the weirdest, awkward, big grin, sharp smile you have. For whatever reason, it's endearing to the boy as you hand him a potion. He reaches up to grab it. As Snod, you notice his eyes just widen. He starts to lean back from you as he retracts his hand and grabs onto the rock he was holding onto before. Tripod and Snod.
What's the matter, buddy? What kind?
Charisma.
Oh, yeah. 21 again.
Nice.
11.
11. Appearing between you, Tripod and Snod, is a steel armor wearing, red scaled, bat winged, jet black hair, twin creatures that just appear from a burst of flame.
Son of a bitch.
One looking at you, Tripod, and one looking at you, Snod. They each have their hands outstretched in front of them, as you can hear them murmuring, chanting. Snod, you resist their hellish charm effects as you keep your wits about you. Tripod, you are not so fortunate. Tripod, you stick out your thumb and you put it in your mouth as you start to suck on it. You fall down to the ground in like a fetal position and start like crying like this little boy is as the demon like summons chains and starts to wrap it around your leg and starts to like hammer another stake in. Nashimo, Snod, and Tripod roll advantage. Tripod roll initiative. Tripod roll at disadvantage.
I have advantage, or that was just him having disadvantage?
Just him having disadvantage.
I will throw away my pew 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 and take an 11.
I got an 18.
I got a 15.
You got a 15, girl.
What am I gonna do?
Nod, you better figure out because you go first, then one of these red scale demons.
All right. So I lay the scene. My buddy is now also pinned to the ground and crying.
Yeah,
So there's 2 crybabies, and then it's me and Nashimo versus 2 demons.
that's correct.
Okay.
Do we know like exactly what they are? Like
Snod, you can try to make a nature check to identify what kind of devils they are.
Sure. That'd be a 16.
16. Yeah, you've seen these creatures before. Cambions. Very powerful, infernal infused creatures. They're master charmers and deadly in combat, but prefer to siphon souls out of creatures before killing them.
Hachi machi.
it's very metal.
Cheat much.
All
As
right.
you can see, look over. The Cambion that's trying to charm you is like still in the trance, like trying to subdue you, but you're so clairvoyant that you're unaffected by it. As you can see the other one starting to like Dementor suck Tripod's soul as he's like hammering the ground.
I got something you can suck.
Wow.
What was that?
What?
Wow.
So I'm right next to them, right?
Correct.
All right. Can I unchain the boy?
You can make an athletics check to try to yank that cleat out of the ground.
All right, that's what I want to do then.
A magical way to do it.
I'll rely with my snod hands for now.
It's not hands.
13.
13 is enough. You just grab onto it. It would normally burn anyone else touching it, but since you have that resistance to fire, it's like a comfortable, warm grab to you. Like you just sat on the toilet seat from someone else sitting on the toilet seat. You know, it's weird, but it's nice because it's warm. As you yank it out of the ground, and as soon as you do, the chain and cleat just disappear entirely.
Nobody else is going to comment on that?
I'm letting Joe do his thing. He's on a roll.
Hey man, I get it. That's right.
Would that be my full action, or would I still be able to cast a spell at this point?
The athletics check was an action, but if you have a bonus action spell, you can.
Ooh, shit. All right. Can I quicken and twin a spell in the same turn or no? Sorry, quick rules check.
I'll allow it. Fuck it.
All right, I'm going to use some sorcery points then
I don't
to.
mind you burn sorcery points in one encounter. So
First encounter.
I'm going to quicken to make it a bonus action, and then I'm going to twin it, and I'm going to touch the boy, and we're both going to, disappear.
Come on. Did you have to phrase it like that?
Yeah. Well, I have to put my hand on him. That's how the spell
He's gonna
works.
rest his hand gently on the boy.
Is he willing? Does he have to be a willing creature?
I mean, he would be more willing if it wasn't trying to touch him on his inner thigh.
No, it's a legit question, yeah?
No, it doesn't have to be.
Okay.
According, yeah.
Snod rolled a very high charisma check with the boy before. With that awkward teeth smile, the boy does trust Snod and accepts the spell. That's not goes on to him. It's Misty Step, right?
No, invisibility.
Oh, invisibility. Excellent. Yeah, you two just disappear entirely. Anything else, Nod?
I'm just like gonna try to throw him over my shoulder for now, and then kind of see where these demons go.
Sure. Make another athletics check, and we'll turn the turn over here. The Cambion that charmed you, Tripod, turn is up. Nashimo, you're on deck.
Those are 12.
The Cambion, 12. Hey, 12. He's a little kid. Whatever, The Cambion is now trying to siphon your soul, Tripod, from you. Make a Constitution saving throw.
12.
12 is a fail.
Nice.
You are going to take 15 points of necrotic damage as the Cambion is just hovering over you. Your tears fueling his ability to suck the soul out of you dry.
Wonderful.
Nashimo, your turn, then the other Cambion.
Well, I like to turn around to the rest of the group and go, shit sideways in here, get in here. And then I'd like to get close enough to throw the dagger of returning. Is the first Cambion distracted enough that I could try to like bonus action to hide? So you get sneak attack?
Yeah. What's your movement speed?
30.
So the magma is difficult terrain for you.
Yeah, understood.
So to get within throwing dagger range, there really isn't a spot to hide. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you can either hide or take the attack.
I'll take the attack.
Okay. And are you targeting the one on Tripod or the one looking for Snot and the boy?
The one on Tripod.
Sure. Go ahead and roll with advantage since he's sucking Tripod dry.
So that's going to be a 23 to hit.
23 hits. Nice.
And I had advantage, so that's sneak attack. 6, 12,
Why did you?
17, 18. Because you told me I had advantage.
Yep. I remembered. After
26 damage.
26 damage. Wow.
That'll be my turn.
As soon as you throw the dagger, it hits the Cambion like right in the neck, and as he goes to like pull it out, it just disappears back into your hand. As he like looks over at you, his glowing crimson eyes and his fangs, he hisses as he like opens up his wings in like an intimidation fashion. Excellent. It's now the other Cambion's turn. You see his arm just like in flames as it like extends out a little bit in like a curved blade as he takes a swing across in front of him, trying to hit the invisible Snod. He will take his roll with a disadvantage. Since Snod, you are technically still staying in front of him. He has to try to find out which square you're in.
Does he know that's not using an invisibility spell, not a teleportation spell?
Possible. Cambions are highly magically inclined creatures, and they also might be able to see invisible creatures. You don't know much about them. So, Snod, you see as the Cambion slices with his flame sword hand and the square next to you, as invisible sweat drips down the side of your face. Tripod, you are still charmed, but the Cambion is no longer trying to, siphon the soul out of you.
Yeah.
Make a wisdom saving throw to see if you can break the charm.
But I'm so dumb. That's a 7.
7?
Yeah.
You put the other thumb in your mouth now.
Double thumbing it, dude. Nice.
Can I get some background into what exactly I'm seeing?
I'm sorry?
What kind of flashback am I having right now?
You're having what's the first Batman Christopher Nolan movie?
How about a flashback to him losing the arm wrestle versus Snod?
No, I imagine it like when you're under like the scarecrow's
Sweating.
like spell or whatever, you just like see these horrific demons and like smoke and mist and glowing eyes and screeching all around you. Your senses are completely baffled.
Fair. I just wanted a little more background so I could act it out properly.
Of course. With that, we go to Snod.
I'm top of the order.
Yes. Unless
Um,
anyone else wants to join the encounter, we're at the top of the order.
I did tell you guys it was popping off in here.
True.
I'm gonna whisper to the boy, "Keep quiet," and then I'm gonna disengage and start heading towards the door.
Make an athletics check to see if you can carry the ball across the way.
12.
Well, is right on the money. You move the boy. What's your movement speed?
30 feet.
It won't be difficult terrain for you since this is favored terrain. You go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 here with the boy. Doramir, Tommy, and Ilya, you can hear Snod like, although he's invisible, you can hear him like whispering to the child, like, be quiet and be sing. Nashimo alerting you already of what's happening. Would either of you three like to join this encounter?
Yeah, I'll go in.
I do.
Thank
Go.
you both. I know you didn't want to be a part of this,
I'm
but
just throwing javelins. I'm not doing anything that spectacular. Say it right now.
Can I come around the corner like with my bow drawn?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you enter the cavern, bow drawn already. It's like long, open pathway to the enemies. What would you like to do?
I'm just gonna whip 2 arrows back to back, right at the one that's standing over tripod.
Make a quick insight check as you're lining your shot.
Gotta go to my third D20. Say 15.
As you draw your bow, you can feel it hungry as you aim it at a pair of demons. Your bow always eager to slay demons. That feeling kind of channels into you, but you interpret it as, hey, these Cambians are pretty tough. They're pretty strong and are comfortable in this environment. Getting everyone out of the cavern might be the best way to fend them off. But making those shots could definitely prove something as well.
So, all right, I would still like to shoot, just whip 2 arrows at the one above
Oh,
tripod, trying to just give him a second to get through it. I'm just going to use 2 of my +2 arrows.
Excellent.
First one hits 23, second one hits 25.
Those are both hits.
First one damage is 13, second one's damage is 14.
Nice. So 27.
And these are piercing damage arrows, and I pulled out the +2s from the bag.
Nice. As 2 arrows fink sink into the Cambian's skin, penetrating its armor, it like flaps back away from tripod as you see it bring out a spear, ready to engage as well. Ilya, you enter the chamber. What would you like to do?
Yeah, I can get to there. So I think I want to do Sacred Flame
Okay.
and probably just shoot it at the one that pulled the spear out.
Absolutely.
So they have to make a dexterity saving throw.
What's your spell DC?
My spell save DC is 13.
The Cambion fails.
Okay, so then he takes 1d8 radiant damage. He takes 5 radiant damage.
5 more damage. You can see the Cambion bleeding and now scarred from the sacred flame. As you see his like scale start to like melt off of his body, almost as if like his skin was made of wax. He starts to like move uncomfortably and peel it off of him as he sheds the damaged skin, revealing a second like layer of crimson scales, fresh gleaming scales underneath as he smiles, looking back over at Tripod.
Seems fair.
It is now that Cambion turn as he does a big slap at Tripod as he shoots his palm out. Nashimo and Ilya make dexterity saving throws.
$16.
16 saves. Nashimo?
Yeah.
Dexterity saving throw?
Yep. 26.
You
That'll
both
play.
save as he shoots like a twin jet of fire at you. You both take 5 points of fire damage. Tripod, make a Constitution saving throw as he siphons more soul out of you.
That is a dirty 20.
30-20. That'll save. You'll take half damage. Oh, man. 11 points of necrotic damage is halved. That's the
Jesus.
half.
Yo. That is the halved?
That is the half.
Yikes.
Nashimo, it's your turn.
Can I get up there now?
Yeah, you're 5 feet away from Tripod.
All right. Do I still have advantage because he's still soul sucking?
Make an insight check.
So 15, 17.
So you've already laid down a dagger throw against him. Ilya came in, boom, sacred flame him. 2+2 shots from your board, Dormir in the back. He just shed all that damage off and just started sucking more soul out of Tripod. You're questioning whether these attacks you're making against these Cambions is worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta just pull him out.
I mean, is there anything I can do to get? What else can I do to resolve the situation? How else can I get Tripod out from away from this thing? Like,
I mean, so maybe talk to your allies. Maybe you try to distract the Cambion while someone else pulls him. Maybe you just yank him out and hope for the best. Coordinate with your allies. You've got the numbers.
Let me help.
Help me! Fuck, this hurts!
I mean, can I'll literally do. I mean, anything I can to try to like push this thing, pull it off of him, whatever it's doing to distract or pull its attention on me instead of him.
Yeah, if you want to try to intimidate it, try to draw its attention to you over Tripod, you can roll that. Or ask your party members. Maybe someone has an idea.
I mean, they seem pretty smart, right?
Dormir, what are you thinking?
I was going to take my bow and throw it like a javelin up and over their heads, try to lodge it like into the wall behind them and just catch their attention while I throw it. And I need somebody to like get in their face, like Tommy or Nashimo, and literally just grab him and yank him.
Yeah, I'm right there.
Like they'll hopefully turn their heads as my bow is flying over them, wondering because it's like it's an obvious miss, right? Like I throw it well over their heads and they're wondering, like, oh shit, what's this guy doing? And as they turn, you guys fucking just yank him, and then I teleport my bow back to my hand.
Do it.
Dormir, make an athletics check to yeet your bow across this cavern.
I am yeeting abound.
Make a yeet check.
A yeet check with athletics goes for a dirty 20. I really
Dormir,
needed
you
it.
you give it the old like Happy Gilmore, like hop, skip, step, and throw, as it just like zooms across the cavern, just barely missing the top of it. The Cambians are going to make a check to see if they're distracted by it.
Is that you, Gib? I see you, Gib. I'll see you soon, Gib.
Oh, stop.
They roll a fee as they immediately ignite their weapons and spells and look up at the bow as it's soaring across. Nashimo, make a sleight of hand check to try to pull Tripod out of there.
Yeah, it's gonna be hopefully enough. 22.
22. You grab a quick hold of him while the Cambians are distracted. Make an athletics check.
Oh
He's
boy,
big boy in big armor.
this is gonna be the harder one.
Can I step up and help? Am I too far away?
16?
As Nashimo steps up to grab Tripod by the shoulder, Ilya, you step up behind him and like a prom picture, you grab him and keep him. Nashimo, you're just the connection.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Ilya, make an athletics check with advantage because Nashimo's your glue.
While she does that, can I insert a third thumb from my necklace into my mouth to suck?
I don't want to help him anymore when he does that. That is a 26.
Tripod, I imagine these thumbs are drying out and curing really nice in the atmosphere of Avernus. You have thumb jerky by the end of this campaign. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
26, Ilya, yeah.
25.
You just give the old heave and ho as you yank both boys out of there.
Thank you.
They want to be in this cavern.
I didn't even want to be here.
I wasn't supposed to be here today.
Swear to gosh, if this family doesn't have some sweet reward,
I'm gonna fucking kill him.
I already
5 gold pieces for you all.
I already
Eggs.
I already
I'm gonna-
besmirched their god to their faces, so
I'm literally gonna Legolas stab one of them in the face with the arrow, pull it back into my bow, and shoot the other one. Because fuck that, dude.
I like how Tripod was like, "We're not going to help you," and now we're just going to drop their kid off and be like, "Go fuck yourselves."
you know, Ilya, maybe you're cold enough to leave a little boy to die in hell. I'm not.
Bullshit. You literally were like,
denounced
"Fuck your
your
god."
gods.
No, I have a different god now.
No, you don't. You have a dumb demon. Fucking.
Oh,
back of your
I'm
head,
so
jerk off.
telling Bitter Breath that you said that.
Whoa.
Do it.
Don't say dumb demon too loud in Avernus.
I'm a big dumb demon.
Can we say shoes from Texas are dumb?
As you all escape the cavern, Tripod, as soon as your line of sight is broken from the Cambians, you released from their charm. As you have 3 thumbs in your mouth, Ilya is just cradling you out of the cavern.
I would like to remove
I'll never forget.
these 2 thumbs, but keep the other thumb still in there because it had a little flavor to it.
You're a
Gross.
sicko. You're a
I drop him. I'm just gonna drop him.
Tripod.
Drop him,
Play-
drop.
play it and all.
You have the Snot. Are you and the boy still invisible?
Yes.
Oh shit, we left the boy.
I'm like, I
Oh,
look
no.
around. Like, where the fuck is Snot?
Snot eats them.
He would.
Still in
would do
play.
Boy, I could really go for some eggs right now.
Yo, those eggs
You're
are
not getting one right
completely
You
cooked.
gave those eggs to just a random family, but you're like, Tripod, go fuck yourself.
You're gonna have to steal it from that family if you want them.
That's gonna be our reward. I'm telling you.
We're all in the street, of El Triel. Snot is missing, but Tripod has come out of it. What are we doing?
I would like to pop a couple healing potions.
Dude, all potions are going to be gone, and we haven't even crossed the first fucking bridge.
I'm gonna-
Should you
We
touch
keep
yourself?
going in magma caves,
Did you
then
touch
nothing's gonna
yourself
happen.
instead of taking a potion?
I could
A baby bottle nipple thing on top of the healing potion as you just split down.
Oh, it looks like a thumb.
I actually just carved out the inside of one of the thumbs and I stuck it on the top of the potion. Just
Gross, man.
we're in hell, deal with it.
I'm gonna
like
walk
it.
It's the worst part of hell so far.
with the boy, maybe like 30-ish feet back in the direction we came from, so I could speak to the boy in private.
Okay. Yeah, you do
This is
that.
creepy.
I don't like where this is going.
Somebody get
I'm
the
gonna
kid from Snot.
he's healed, right? To the with the potion, like he's not in danger.
Correct.
I'm going to ask him, "Where do you need to go, friend?"
My mom and dad live in that house just there, the one made of stone, as he points to the one that Tripod went in only moments ago.
Oh, the egg house.
Yeah.
I want to make a charisma attempt to try to convince this boy to join our party and fight with us.
Stop it. No.
He probably doesn't
Say,
even have cool stories.
There's no glory greater than serving Tiamat.
There it is.
And I'm going to hand him a dagger and ask him
Make
to
a
join
charisma
us.
check.
I'm not letting
17.
this kid go with us.
And see, you guys are just like invisible.
Yeah, the dagger's invisible. I'm invisible, but he gets it.
I don't think you can even see each other because you're both-
We're both just invisible.
yeah. Since it was an empowered spell, from your sorcery, I'll allow the vision. The boy looks up at you and says, I've lived a very peaceful and sheltered life with my mom and my dad in El Triel. The shining sun above us kept us safe. Now it's dark in the sky. Everything I known has fallen around me, and I fear that my parents are probably dead now. I have no other option but to go with you, my savior.
No.
What's your name? What's your name,
No.
friend?
I have witnessed the powers of you, kind one, and if you say this Tiamat is a queen, then I will worship her as instructed.
We keep ourselves safe from now on, friend. And I clink my staff against his dagger.
My name is Richie. What is yours?
Not anymore. We got to give him a new name.
Snod. And I will be your papa now.
You've graduated from Richie to Dick.
So I have a boy named Richie.
Yeah, as a new companion.
My ward. I want to train
Are
him
they still
during any
invisible?
downtime activities.
This could be a great follow-up campaign where Richie grows up and becomes like the most ruthless warrior of all time.
Is that acceptable?
Do you want to drop the invisibility and join
Yeah.
the group?
I'll drop my concentration and walk with my new ward back to the group.
I immediately start asking questions.
What do you ask?
Where is this little boy from? What? Because when I went in the room, there was no little boy. It was just Tripod getting destroyed.
Sure.
This boy is a great warrior from El Triel. He will be joining us.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Is that the
This
kid
child
from the
needs to go back
pillar,
where he came from.
Scott?
No.
Is that
You
the
call-
kid from the pillar?
I've
No.
seen him do. He got those Cambions dead quick.
No, he did not.
Did-
No. No.
I feel as though we should bring him to the parents so that he can tell them, like, hey,
Yeah.
I'm a murderer now.
Tripod, you're the only person that knows that this kid is.
His
Like,
parents are
theirs.
dead, Tripod. We're all he has left, and I cover his ears to shield
Man.
him from that harsh truth.
Tripod, are you going to tell us this? Because like you're the only one that knows.
I really don't want to betray Snod because he was one of the only two people that followed me into the fucking magma cave.
Magma.
You got. your
Tripod, you
person to
do
go.
know that you're on your way to the High Hall, which is presumably the safe place right now in all of Avernus, maybe.
All
Bringing
right.
the kid here couldn't be the worst thing.
You want to bring the kid through hell with us?
I'm
Like,
not gonna say anything to the party, but can I go to the house and grab the parents?
Yeah, it's not. You see Tripod just brush right past the group as he goes to the egg house.
I say, but come now, Richie, to the bridge. And I start walking Richie to the bridge, so in case the parents are still alive.
I hope you open the door and the parents are just dead on the ground.
They hung themselves in like the darkest turn of all time.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I know.
Tripod,
I-
you Open the door. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, you open the door again. You're met by the familiar face of these sad parents. As they see your face again, they say, "Oh, welcome back. Have you changed your mind? Are you right in your ways? Will you help us find our son?"
I want to follow Tripod when he does this because the last time Tripod went somewhere on his own, he ended up with 3 thumbs in his mouth. So I want to be directly behind him when they say this.
Sure.
I would like to be making my way across the bridge to limit the chance that the parents and son are ever reconnected.
Okay.
So I want to hear that they say this about their kid. I'm gonna beeline straight to Snot and the kid and try to pick the kid up.
We should just give him one last look as Snot is walking hand in hand with them across the bridge.
Well, Snot looks like he belongs here. He's just stealing their child. Like,
maybe we should airbutt it and make the kid like go in the middle of the parents and Snot and choose who he wants to go with.
he's gonna choose his parents.
Why don't we just cut the kid in half, give half to the parents, the other half to Snod?
I'll take the top half.
You're taking joint custody way too literally.
Okay.
Joint custody.
And Bill turns around and approaches the child and Snot.
I want to tell her to calm down. I'm going to try and do the right thing here. So.
No, you had an option to do the right thing when you noticed Snot walking around with a child.
I did the right thing by going to save this child who is in a. You just wanted to let the kid die, so let's not forget that, okay?
I didn't know that the kid was there though.
Okay. Anyways, am I like face to face with these people now?
Ilya's walking to get the kid. You're face to face with the parents.
All right. So as I'm chewing on a thumb like a cigar, I asked them, by chance, is your kid's name Richie?
Yes.
All right.
Yes, that is our boy.
So your god Torm didn't do shit for you, but me and my friends did. Okay, and we saved your little boy. My party member Snod has him, and we're heading to the Great Hall. And you should probably get the hell out of here too. So why don't you come with us?
God fucking damn it!
Make a charisma check.
This is insane. Why?
Don't we
15.
have that lady and our other 2 kids with us too?
They're following behind it.
They are following
because
us.
we literally told them
no.
We don't have to protect them. They can just, if they fall off a cliff, they fall off a cliff.
Well, stop telling them to come with us. Tell them that they can go with that lady.
All right, follow at a safe distance then. Whatever.
I got it. Tripod, what did you roll?
15.
15. And they kind of look at each other, definitely like suspicious because they don't see their son with you. And demons have been luring people into the streets and drinking their blood and
all right,
shit.
let me put this to bed. How would I know your son's name?
Well, just hang on. I'm just giving you the.
You didn't say his name Richie, right?
That's exactly what I said.
That's exactly what he said. Verbatim. It's your
I
son.
thought you asked what his name was. I'm like, this is weird.
They look at each other, and still worshippers of Torm put faith in you, Tripod, as they agree to it. As you step out of the house with them, you kind of give like a whistle, with your fingers.
With the 2 thumbs. The thumbs.
The thumbs.
Yep.
As the woman who you saved before and her 2 young sons, in a small group of other survivors you guys have kind of found on the way that have been trailing behind you, kind of like appears, from the alleyways, and you kind of be like, hey, go with them. They're following us. They're other survivors. Stay with them. At this point, Ilya, you catch up to Snod and the boy. What are you doing?
I want to literally just scoop this kid up and walk away.
Snod, do you do anything to interject?
Yeah, I put my hand on the boy's chest and I say, "Stay back, unless you want to make a trade."
Oh my god!
No,
I want that cat.
What are you gonna do? Like, I grab the kid and walk
the cat
away,
for my
right?
ward.
No.
Wow, Ilya.
To see who grabs the boy.
Ilya puts the life of a cat in front of the life of a child.
Both of you make an athletics check to see who grabs the boy. Poor kid, man. Being just thrashed around.
I
Seriously.
I made a 19, so
You crit? It's not
Yeah, for real.
Okay. As you go to like grab the boy from Snod, he kind of like bolsters his muscles with his arcane power, keeping the boy, with him. Snod, you do see off in the distance, Tripod is like motioning the parents to join up with the other group of traveling survivors. Do you want to keep the boy or let him?
I usher the boy across the bridge because I don't trust Ilya anymore. She's trying to steal my cat and my ward.
can I
Sure.
can I try to use my whip to trip Snod?
Make an
Oh,
attack
boy.
against Snod.
I hope you miss and trip the boy and he falls into the magma.
It'll still be a solution to this problem.
Liquid hot magma.
That is a 25.
What if I've hit Snod? Snod, make a strength saving throw to not fall prone.
Okay. 16.
16, that saves against the trip. So it whips around like your legs as she gives a pull. You manage to like hunker down and you look over your shoulder at Ilya.
All right, I'm gonna put my hand
That
on the
does
boy's
damage,
chest.
So
Roll damage.
that is 6 piercing damage.
Snod, you take 6 piercing damage.
I put my hand on the boy once more and I say, "It isn't safe here, Richie. Run!" And I cast invisibility again
On him,
on him.
you direct him to run across the bridge or
Yeah.
like back the other way.
No, run away from this evil woman.
Okay. Hold, please.
What have I gotten us into?
Yeah, what the fuck, man?
Are you fucking kidding me? Like, this kid's gonna run forward and die. That's it. Like, there is a demon on this bridge. He's dead. That's it.
He's
right?
invisible.
You think they can't see? Like, oh my god. I'm no longer okay
but
with
so is
Snod.
the
I'm not
bridge.
helping Snod. I'm done. Like,
Okay. Snod, you're here. Ilya, you're here. Little Richie starts running across the bridge.
This guy's
Yeah. This is not going to end well.
the camera angle adjustment is not gonna bode well for fucking Lionel Richie.
Little Richie has to make a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity 4.
Lionel Richie. Oh, I hate you.
If he falls in the lava and I never see him again, I'm just gonna pretend that he's alive still and I saved him.
As he's running across the bridge, Snod, honestly, only you can see him because you made him invisible. He gets to that kind of center point as the stonework kind of opens up in a geyser of constricted flame erupts where he's standing. He immediately catches fire as all of you now see the silhouette of Richie burning in the center of the bridge.
I turn around, I say, "Look what you made me do!"
I want to punch Snot in the face. I want to make an attack to punch Snot in the face.
Also, I'm yell out, "My dagger!"
This went off the rails so fast.
I hate you so much. I hate you so much now.
Did you not
Are you
want to
fucking
keep?
kidding me?
Did you not want to keep playing this character? Like,
Who, me? I'm not the one throwing down PvP.
Ilya,
You
what was
kidnapped a
your
child.
attack roll?
and then murder.
I didn't murder him. He would have been safe had I
A
not been
15.
tripped.
A 15, like you hit Snod square in the face. As you pull your fist back, you just see him like smiling or laughing at you as he just like shrugs off the damage.
Oh, Jesus.
At this point, the rest of the group kind of circles.
You have to explain to these people that you just killed their kid. Like,
not really. We can just kind of walk faster than them.
And was like, "Hey, we saved your kid," and then he burst.
That's like tripod has to explain to them.
Wait, can we go to replay for that? I kind of missed it. What happened?
Are you fucking kidding me?
He burst into flames.
He's dead.
There was a geyser of fire.
I'm not kidding. He's dead.
He unfortunately was inside of it.
Like he's not alive a little bit, like barely holding on. Maybe like 3rd-degree burns.
No,
but
he kidnapped and killed a child.
I did not
That's what just
kidnap.
happened.
I
That's
recruited
exactly-
a kid to be my ward.
That his parents were dead, so that he would come with us.
I
kidnapped and killed the kid.
I can't
You
wait.
Fair,
Kill the
I
kid.
did not have this conversation near any of you.
That's fair.
All
So
anybody
all
saw
I saw
then.
was you took a kid
Yeah, you
and
took
then
a
he's
child.
dead. That's it. So even if you didn't have that conversation, we still think you kidnapped and killed a child.
There is a term for what he did, and it's called grooming.
Snod is not a diddler.
Okay.
That seems that way. It really, from an outside perspective, it kind of seems that way.
Great.
I calls him like I sees him.
In your passionate state, scolding Snod for his actions at the death, the one hit point of life that little Richie had. Obviously, you make the group aware as everyone else joins up. What do you all think of Snod's actions? Whether you don't know the full story, obviously, because there was a conversation in private, but clearly Snod let a little boy run across a very dangerous bridge and he died.
I mean, Richie was 10. He had a good run.
Yeah.
No,
right
he
up until
literally
he
didn't
did.
have a good run across the bridge. He died.
And that was a
He
bad
died
run.
running.
Every day we stray farther from Jesus.
I literally am just in the back. I say, "Can we get fucking moving now?"
Yep, I'm with Duramir.
As I look back towards Diramir, I look past his shoulder and I just see the parents still waiting outside of their house and looking across over by the bridge in just shock at what they just witnessed.
They didn't
They
They didn't see it. He was invisible. They have no idea what just happened.
I was trying to speak that into existence.
Snod and Tommy, you two are at the front of the group there looking across Torm's crossing here. This, again, is one of the bridges that connect the two halves of Eltriel together. Across this bridge is where the High Hall is, where safety presumably is, and where your quest is leading you. Both of you, as that column of flame dies down, and you see a small charred corpse on the
God
bridge.
damn it. I really thought we were done with this.
The lava around it starts to boil over as these grotesque, almost like tumor-ridden, fat-flapped creatures like pull their way using the stone bridge as leverage out of the lava as they manage to pull themselves onto the bridge. You see that?
Jesus.
Oh,
H.
shit.
Christ.
And
Boy turned into one of those.
they start to shovel the charred corpse's remains into their mouths as they start to eat it.
Is that an Akira?
No.
Damn it.
What do we think?
This is so metal. So clearly we can't just cross this bridge.
That the powers of
Really?
introduction are so strong. It's unbelievable.
You know what, Duramir? You've done a whole fat lot of nothing tonight. So if you want to step up there, knock yourself out.
I would. You know what? I'm gonna stop.
Didn't
I got nothing
Duramir
nice to say.
save
Save
you?
your ass? Just like,
Yeah, he did.
that's really savage. There's a lot of fighting going on right now.
Yeah, it's
Not
just
making it out of hell.
it's gonna be tough.
You know what? Roll initiative. These monsters are blocking your path. They're desecrating another desecrated young boy's body. A lot of you have a lot of passion right now. Nice.
Wait, how much health do you have right now, by the way?
I took a potion, so I have 29 HP.
That'll do, Pig. Okay. Anyone else get above 20?
I got 22.
Okay, so we got Tripod, then Tommy. 15 to 20?
16.
17.
Yeah, how'd you do?
I'm sorry. Who'd you,
You're muted, Ilya.
13.
13 and Snod.
I got 11.
Okay. Tripod. As this boy's corpse is being eaten where it is on the bridge, everyone else kind of like watches in horror a bit as you react faster. It's your turn. You get a free action right now. It's movement or an attack or a spell, and then you'll get your turn, your full turn after as we start initiative. So what would you like to do for your free action?
Boy, I have no idea what these things are. I guess I could just try and throw a hammer and just kind of see if they even if it even hurts them at all.
Sure.
So that is a
What's the range of your hammer?
20 feet.
20 feet.
Am I towards the front?
You'll have to get in front of Tommy.
All right, I will step in front of Tommy then.
Okay.
That is a 13 to hit.
13 hits. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Wonderful. 17.
17. Okay. How much damage did you do with your hammer throw?
I didn't roll it because you scared the shit out of me with your Constitution saving throw. So that is
Happens simultaneously.
that is 6 damage.
6 damage. Nice. As your hammer hits the back of this obese demon, like a pussy, like fat-filled, like tumor pops, and as soon as it does, a cloud of vermin just like ooze out of it and start to like fill the air between you and the demon as the vermin like make contact with you, touching your bare skin, burning your skin. You are going to take 4 points of fire damage. Poison damage from the vermin.
I have poison resistance, correct?
You take half damage when you receive poison damage.
Okay.
As a dwarf.
Got it. Okay, so yep. All right. And I have another action. Boy, I have no fucking idea what to do. Any insight?
Now Tripod, as we start initiative, it's your full turn now. Tom, you're on deck.
Close are you?
15 feet out. Kind of want to check in with the party and see what the hell we're supposed to be doing right now, because this does not look good.
Tripod turns around, his face has some like boils and pus on it as that cloud of vermin like lightly infect his skin. As he turns around and says, "What are we doing?"
Yep. Nobody?
What are we group?
Just run past him.
I've got no fucking idea.
How are we going to run past him?
There's no room to move.
Dodge.
I mean, maybe we ask them if there's another way around. Is this it?
Tripod, no.
Yeah, I mean, I know Eltriel, right?
You do. There are only 2 ways across the chasm, and it is by crossing one of 2 Torm's bridges. This is the closest one that was, in proximity to your position when you arrived in Eltriel. If you like, you can take more time to travel further down this side of the, of the city to find the other bridge to cross. See if there are safer conditions.
There's no way that this isn't the case everywhere. So
That's kind of what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Do we have any idea what the fuck these things are? Does anybody here? Can you ask Bitter Breath?
Better reach out to Bitter Breath.
I would love to. So is that a check or?
Yeah, make a charisma saving throw to see if you can channel Bitter Breath.
19.
19. Give me the flavor.
Listen, BB, I'm in your neighborhood and I'm having some issues. There's these big fat things and they burn the shit out of my pretty face and I'm really pissed about it. I really tried to keep my distance here and I just threw a hammer and some shit flew out of its back. Like, you ever seen those popping videos on YouTube? I'm sure you have. You don't have to answer that. What do I do here? How do I get past these? I'm on Torm's Bridge. I got to get past here. If you want me to come see you and help you, rise up to be the king of hell, I'm going to need some help here.
All of you see as Tripod clutches his great axe of the Horned Devil, as smoldering black smoke secretes from the axe head, a similar smoke leaks out of Tripod's orifices in his face. As you hear in your head, Tripod, Bitter Breath respond to you. He says, "Oh, yes, you have new bureaus in front of you on Torm's Bridge. Oh, what a treat. They're lesser devils, very low constitution and fortitude, but they are hunger-driven creatures and will use every bit of their life and strength to eat and consume anything they can. They are blind, deaf, and dumb. Again, only driven by hunger. Don't get too close, or they'll take a bite out of you." As your connection to Breath ends.
Okay.
I got an idea.
Please.
So Tripod, you share that with the group?
Yes. Obviously, I turn around and I share. These are, you said New Bureau. Is that right, Joe?
Ubiro.
Ubiro. Okay, got it.
So they're blind, deaf, and dumb, but they can smell, obviously. So
they play a mean pinball.
Yes. So what I'd really like to do is take my bow again and cut my hand down the middle just so I get a little line of blood. I smear it across.
Dormir, I thought you threw your bow. You don't have it anymore.
Oh,
no, it's
you didn't let me finish my. I just went with it. Obviously, I did the dope thing and teleported it back to my hand.
Obviously.
So
but you never
obviously.
You never actually said you didn't.
So what I'd like to do, and I'm running this by the group before I actually do it, is wipe some of my blood on this bow. I'd like to lob it between the two fatzos on the left-hand side where Lionel Richie's body used to be. And I want them to be attracted to the smell of the blood of the bow as we literally sprint past them while they're trying to feast on my bow. Just a blood diversion of some variety. It's not going to work for everybody, but if I can get past, then maybe I can keep summoning them towards me as we can move along the bridge. Or while we do that, we have two of our stronger guys buckle down and literally shoulder chuck these fuckers back into the fire.
And they are slow moving, so technically you could just kind of leave a small trail and we just outrun them.
It is pretty clear that while they're on the bridge, even with disengages, it's going to take an athletics or acrobatics check to actually get by them. They are so large.
So do they take up 10 feet left to right?
They take up 8 feet. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And there's no railings or sidebars on the bridge, so it'll be difficult to get past them.
So okay, Tommy, would you like to rage and then literally just sprint into the back of one of these guys and try to knock him off while he's bending down to try to grab my bow? Unless somebody else has got something.
I could lend him my shield to push him with.
Have we only done physical attacks against them?
Yes.
Okay, so we should try magic and see what happens.
That leaves two of you guys. If you
Well.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can try to cast something like.
Yeah, I'm not going to push him.
Yeah,
They'll just pop.
We're just they're
They'll
gonna
fall
pop. They're stronger than us. We're gonna fall into magma and then die immediately.
All right.
I mean, do we have provisions we could just throw in there? Like, do we have any meat or?
I know somebody that has some eggs.
Someone has thumbs.
It sounds like they'll go after anything food, right?
They are hunger driven.
Snot, huck some eggs out there. I'm sure they'll smell delicious.
You throw the eggs like into the fire and it just
Yeah.
mix them up into a nice little
Yeah.
fried egg. See if they
That
go
little
after
fried
them.
egg, see if they go for it.
Snod.
Or don't.
Nah, we need eggs.
Well, my eggs amulet is ran out. I used it already.
You seem a little distraught. Did something happen previously that's leaving you just really messed up?
Yeah, my ward died. He was my best friend besides you.
Okay,
Nice.
so no eggs from Snod?
No, I'm too distraught.
All right.
As you like turn to ask Nod for help, he just goes, "I can't."
I'm too distraught.
Ilya's thoughts of magic could prove useful here.
Yeah.
To either kill these demons or maybe move them. Also, Nashimo's idea of provisions or meat being flung somewhere could be good as well. What do we think?
Anybody got meat? I don't. I have wine. That probably won't help.
Thumbs is meat.
Come on, you take my.
I mean, we just went through 2 houses. We've got people behind us. They don't have anything with them we could use.
I mean, we could just throw one of the people.
Well,
Also, did we
We've
not
already
like just
done that anyways.
bring general provisions along with us?
All right, fine. I'll throw a couple thumbs.
thank you.
Throwing them into the lava?
Probably don't want to do that because they just burn up immediately.
Tripod, make an intelligence.
Oh, this is not going to go well. That is a. I have a -1 on intelligence, so that is a 6.
Yikes.
You think harder than you've ever thought before.
Ow!
Last.
Ow!
Uh,
Gotta come up with a solution to this idea, this problem. This is what goes on your head. Big pink things hungry for meat and flesh. Must move big things. Dormir, friend, has small magic floating hand. Go on top of lava with thumbs in palm. Maybe that idea.
Hey, Dermir, where were you with that one, huh?
you been Big B's hand this whole time?
He had
As
mage hand.
Dormir, who I believe has mage hand as one of his cantrips, could use the mage hand to hold the thumbs in the lava.
I didn't honestly think that shriveled thumbs were going to attract these things, but sure, toss them into my mage hand.
Just hold them close enough to the magma that they toast up a little bit. you know?
Yeah, they just got get a little flavor, you know.
All right, I take all of
Smoke it.
Tripod's thumbs in my mage hand.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
I take
whoa.
his entire necklace off.
Oh, there it is.
Sorry, the necklace is in my mage hand now, and it's hovering above the magma.
Wow, this is.
Hold up.
I gotta write checks for that.
You guys are fucking out for blood today. Call it Avernus, but
We're
I
never
love-
making it out of hell.
No.
Never.
No
We're
way.
gonna kill each other
Dormir.
before we make it there.
Make a sleight of hand check with your spellcasting ability modifier to try to grab all of Tripod's thumbs. Tripod, make a strength check to try to combat the mage hand.
I rolled a 4, so I'll take 1.
That is a 17.
As you slap the mage hand out of the way, you pick off 2 thumbs that you choose and put them in the mage hand's palm. Dormir, make a performance check. Is that just a jug of milk?
Hasn't that been asked already?
Second person that's asked me that. It's an 18.
I don't even chat. I love it though.
I mean,
What was that performance check?
18. It's just a water jug, but it's white.
Dormir, as you send the mage hand forward with the two thumbs in play, you kind of like dance them around the fat demon's head as they like sniff, like take bites trying to get it. As you like lead them one way and they follow, and you lead them the other way and they follow that way. As you just like boop it right over the fire and just like waddle over, and in a 10 out of 10 belly flop, they just goosh, splash into the magma and lava. As you see their buoyancy, their fat makes them float in the lava as you're just moving the mage hand across, trying to deter them away from the bridge. Run.
Yep.
So, iPod, it's technically still your turn. Are you running across the bridge?
I'm going to turn around to the group and say, run right now. And yes, I'm going to sprint and do my best to get across the bridge.
Make an dexterity throw.
Did you forget about
18.
the fire that enveloped Timmy?
You know
13?
what? Yeah, 18.
As you run across, a column of fire bursts from the bridge, but you manage to avoid it. You get across the bridge. Tommy, you're up.
I'm running.
Dexterity saving throw.
All right. That is a 16.
16 clears as a column of flame bursts up.
Do I notice, like, can I watch them as they're going across? Is there like any pattern, or like, does it look like it's a trap? Like, are they just like,
Not
Make
very
an insight
dexterous.
check. Make an insight check.
nat 20?
Nat 20. Yeah, you can see that there are like some bits of the stone bridge that are like bubbling with lava, and as soon as movement crosses them, they burst in flames. You share this information with the remaining party members yet to cross. Everyone else will now have advantage on their dexterity saving throws to break this run. Who's going next?
Yeah, I'll go.
Dexterity saving throw.
Dex, where are you? 23.
23. You clear as you avoid another column of fire. Next.
I'll go last.
Who's
I'm-
still on the bridge?
I'm
I'll
confident
go.
that I can do it.
I'm spooked. But I'll
Nod,
go.
Ilya, and Dormir. Ilya, you want to go?
Yeah.
Run. Advantage on your dex save.
I'm also going to cast guidance on myself to add a d4 because I'm not confident.
Absolutely. That's smart.
I dig it.
That is a 16.
16 clears as a column of flame bursts. You make it across. Now, at this point, with Snod and Dormir, the only two left, the mage hand that was carrying the thumbs, those thumbs have completely burned away from the intense heat the magma was giving off.
Oh.
The deterrent no longer distracting these Nubo demons, they turn their attention back to the bridge.
Yes.
Okay.
The remaining two, Snod and Dormir, will not only have to make their dexterity checks to avoid columns of flame, but will have to make strength saving throws to avoid being grabbed by the burrow demons.
Yeah, I'm not certain I can make it over that. I have 15 health too.
Can I cast Vicious Mockery at them?
Can I turn to Snot and say, "You got any fucking eggs, dude?"
Yeah. Now you got the eggs, bitch.
The eggs don't heal.
You have an unlimited supply.
Yeah, but they don't like eggs.
Oh my
It
god.
can't be the hammer. Not everything's a nail, Smithers.
So sorry, Tripod, you want to try to cast Vicious Mockery on one of them?
You know what? Now I kind of don't want to try and save Snod.
Yeah, why help him, you know?
Snod, you're up. What's the plan, bud?
Are they in the water right now, Joe? Like, or in the magma? Climbing up?
They are. They're like
Right.
they're like at the bridge now, like, slowly trying to crawl back up.
Okay, so and I'm currently like out of range of whatever fire pus would shoot out.
Yes.
Okay, can I shoot, like, loosen an arcane arrow, one at each, really quick?
Yeah,
To
you
try
can
and
do the
give, I'd like to give Snod a little bit of room to get across the bridge.
Okay, make your attack rolls.
17 and plus 10 plus 1. 18 and 16.
Both hit.
Okay, and these are just my arcane arrows. It's 2 6s plus 5, so it's an 11 to each fat boy. Snod, you better be running while I'm doing this.
11 to each fat boy, you say. Sure. An 11 kills both of the fat boys. And their arcane arrow like sinks into their chest, like piercing through their fat. They like clutch onto the side of the bridge and explode as two thick, dense clouds of vermin, the poisonous vermin, now encompass the bridge in the center, adding one more difficulty to crossing the bridge.
Just in the background, you just hear double kill. Oh, that's devastating. Nice.
I need to heal before I cross that bridge.
You got any healing potions left?
You're looking
I
at
have one.
dexterity saving throw to avoid fire columns, and now a constitution saving throw at disadvantage because there are two clouds of vermin.
Oof.
Snod, Dormir,
I give Snot a healing potion.
anything you want to say to him as you hand that off?
Nope, I'm done talking to him.
All right, I
you're
guess
up.
I'll try to cross then.
Make your dexterity saving throw at advantage.
I don't even know how I'd help them. Like,
17.
17 saves as a column of fire bursts, and you actually kind of like walk through it a little bit because fire doesn't really bother you too much. But the clouds of vermin descend down on you as they start biting your skin, sucking your blood, tearing at your exposed flesh. Make a constitution saving throw at disadvantage.
So 17.
17 is a save, but you'll take half points of damage. You'll take 4 points of poison damage. And you cross the bridge.
And so I've got to roll a dex and a constitution, the same thing.
Yep, dex advantage, con on disadvantage.
Okay, dex is 16.
You clear and avoid columns of fire.
Disadvantage, con is, God, I rolled a fucking crit on one of them. 13.
13 is a fail. You'll take 12 points of poison damage as the cloud of vermin bite down, suck your blood, and scratch at you. But you get across.
Guys, we are off our game.
Yeah, it's been 2 hours and we just crossed the bridge.
We did save a little boy temporarily.
Doesn't
The
count.
clutches of Avernus constrict your hopes and your positive outlook on this adventure with every step you take through El Triel, painting a real serious picture of the situation at hand. If El Triel is this bad and it's only barely pulled down fully into Avernus, what could the actual surface of this layer of hell be like? Not wanting to spend too much time thinking about it, exposed in the city streets, you manage to duck between alleyways and other safe houses all the way to the High Hall. We can take a quick break here while I change the camera position onto the next area and set things up, if that sounds okay to you guys.
That does sound great. I was just going to suggest that.
Cool. Excellent. We will take 5.
We're slacking. Critical Role with 8K viewers, and
Yeah, we should definitely be comparing ourselves to them.
They definitely murder a bunch of kids on their stream.
You know,
That's the problem.
I was trying to play basketball today, and I looked at myself. I was like, "Fuck it, you're not LeBron James. Just quit."
God,
Pointless.
No, I'm not alone.
Is Critical Role live right now?
yeah,
We're on
That's why-
competing time.
that's where all of our viewers are.
Yeah, I mean, duh. God.
Someone didn't do their research.
I honestly have no idea what their schedule is.
I tried to listen. Like, I get it. Like, you have to get into the campaign and shit, but like, I just couldn't. I don't know what it was. I just couldn't get into it.
If you're not caught up, it's hard.
I even backed up. Like, I tried to start like maybe it was like 10 episodes in.
You're saying they suck.
No, they're great. You just
Please.
have
It
to
would take
start
you
at
an
the beginning
eternity.
of the story.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is I feel like I can't just jump in now and try and figure out what the fuck's going on.
The first season was better too than the second one.
Yeah, I tried to get into the second season. That's where I started, and still. Also, I'm definitely not like versed enough in the lore, if you will, to kind of know even like the shit that they're doing at any given time. So
Anyway, where are we?
we're in Avernus.
Crap.
Cheers to
Have
that.
everyone back.
Yeah, we're all here.
Yo, Tripod, you are a tippity typing, bro.
Sorry, it's my super clacky keyboard.
I appreciate it. Mine's the same way.
Dude, you got to have a clacky keyboard.
I mean, come on.
Ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Whoa!
Did you guys see my Michael Scott meme in the Discord? Clickety clackety, roll for attackety.
Roll for attackity.
I loved it. I was dying.
It was great.
Clickety clackety.
Joe, is it true you're giving away this whole setup to one lucky winner today?
For free? To everyone in the chat right now?
8 viewers. By the end of the session, I'll give away all my dorm porch.
How many
What-
viewers?
8K.
18. Watch Critical Role hosts us immediately.
That would be it.
I would love for you to just shave your mustache off and put it in an envelope and mail it to me.
I'm sorry, what's happening?
This is no longer.
All right.
It's
a
not
roll.
related.
Shush, Ilya. This does not involve you.
All right, let's roll.
Okay.
Hold on. Venom Unfit Snake says that board looks so goddamn sick, dude, Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that means that he's the winner and he gets the entire board.
He gets
A
the
lot
whole
of money
board.
dumped into that. So
I'm going to find a flaw with it and point it out.
Yeah, we know you will.
I just can't wait till Crimson you guys can just fucking see it in front of you. Like it's
Can't wait to taste it. Yeah.
So it takes after crossing Torm's Bridge another 3 hours to successfully navigate through the city safely. Again, demons fly overhead, fire erupts through fallen stone passageways, lava and molten rock consuming homes, buildings falling down, earthquakes, landslides, lightning, all this stuff is happening as you get to the approach to the High Hall. Now keep in mind, you've been traveling openly for about 8 hours, battling demons, trying to save civilians, all in this hot, desolate, savage climate. You are tired, you are sweaty, you're dehydrated, you're hungry, you're damaged, you're weakened, you're at your will's end. As you approach the High Hall, the kind of last beacon of Eltriel, this cliff-top castle was once the crowning architectural jewel of the capital holy city, Eltriel. Only 3 of its 5 watchtowers still stand, though they appear to be abandoned. The wooden gates that once led into the castle grounds have been shattered, leaving sort of hole at the entrance to the castle where an iron gate now lies as the only barrier between Avernus and inside the keep. The west side of the castle, which is like past what we're seeing here, this is like the front half, the east half, the west half, obviously on the other side. The west half of the castle has been reduced to a pile of smashed brick and broken wood. The surviving buildings are blackened by soot, and at the center of the castle grounds, the high hall stands defiant. It's clear that as the city sunk and as the topography and structure of the ground that Eltriel is still sitting on, floating above Avernus, giant stones, flaming meteors have assaulted the castle's exterior, leaving it desolate other than the just like inner keep. The cathedral is the only thing intact right now, which is what you're standing in front of. Where there used to be a beautiful spring moat around the keep's perimeter is now replaced with molten lava, flames burning, torching the sides of the stone keep. A lone wooden broken bridge, barely held together by iron bindings, gaps the burning river underneath it. You don't see anyone up in the watchtower or on the parapets on the side, and the gate remains closed. What's our approach? Do you want to call out to the castle? You know any survivors must still be inside.
Nashimo is the stealthy one. Do you want to get any closer? Do we just want to like literally scream out and be like, yo, what's going on in there?
I think this is like the last beacon of humanity, right? Like, let's just get in here and get safe.
Okay.
Who calls out? What do you say?
Go for it, Nashimo.
Hey, guys, we are here. We've got some civilians with us. We need safe harbor.
You kind of like stand at the edge of the drawbridge, cup your mouth as you call out to the guardhouse. There's a few moments of silence as only you can hear the flames.
I hold up the murder badge just in case.
That'll help.
I mean, just in case.
As you hold up the murder badge, like look over your shoulder, like I don't know, it's something. You hear a call back, a response from the guard tower, as a iron or steel-clad armored human stands on top with a long spear. He calls down to you and says, "Who are you? Where do you hail from? How do I know you're not demons in disguise?"
How do they know that?
Does Tripod still look like a Hell Rider, or is he still all scaly? And stuff?
Tripod, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I imagine you still have like similar like vestments and armor from your time in Eltriel.
I do.
Burnt, there's like soot covering it. You have like splotches of skin that are scaly, but you're mostly still intact.
Yeah, I have vestments. I have some common clothes. I've got holy symbol, if that will convince them that we can get in. Like, hey, or I wouldn't tell them I'm an ex-Hell Rider. I'm a Hell Rider. Let us in. We'll help you out.
Tripod, make a Constitution saving throw.
Wonderful.
Great.
That is a 5.
Jesus.
Tripod, you have to like take your backpack out, put it on the ground in front of you, and start rummaging through it to that old holy symbol of life I think that you had for like your whole life is now at the bottom of your backpack. You haven't even thought about it since Baldur's Gate, since before Baldur's Gate. As you collect the holy symbol in your hand and you hold it up as like a badge of recognition, obviously, people should recognize Lythander. He's a celebrated god in Eltriel. It starts to burn in your hand. A lot, Indiana Jones, the guy had the medallion after it was in the fire, and you have to like grit your teeth as
See,
for
guys,
God, and signed an allegiance with a demon. Lythander obviously rejecting your badge of recognition. Tripod, you're gonna take 5 points of radiant damage.
Fuck
God, you're
as-
dead.
Come on. Seriously, today is not my day.
Ouch, dude.
But
Can I-
the guard. Yeah, go ahead.
Do I see this happening? Like that he's gritting his
and he
teeth.
rolled very low. You all see it happen. You're saying
Okay.
like that. You hear the sizzling coming from his palm.
Do you smell the burning flesh?
I'm so sorry. Yeah, I wanna slap hand on his shoulder and just yell out, I am a warrior paladin of the Church of Tyr, and this is a Hell Rider. We have survivors with us, so please let us in. This is for our survival. And I want to slap a hand on his shoulder and do healing hands and
Very kind
give
of
him the 5 points back.
Thank you. I really needed that.
The guard on top, says, a follower of Lythander, a holy warrior of Tyr, gods that are most welcome in our time of need. Yes, open the gate, as he calls down. The gate goes, as it opens for you. Do you all want to cross the bridge and enter the high hall?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome. Tripod, you actually kind of through just like muscle memory, if you will, get a little excited to enter the high hall. Maybe as Lythander or not, you have fond memories of being in here. Architectural masterpiece, Capitol building, the highest chapel in all of the Sword Coast. It has elegant artworks. Large open spaces, like warming light windows. This is a very pleasant place to be. And as you all kind of cross the threshold of the gatehouse, that feeling, Tripod, quickly diminishes away from you. As you guys enter, I'll just kind of put you.
Tripod does get boners over stones, doesn't he?
I was going to ask if anybody could hear the ping in my cod piece.
Part is a rock.
Yeah, you sicko.
As you all enter the high hall, you see a very rough and tumble sort of situation. Although the well-built, secure stone walls of this keep are still standing, you see that they're on their last leg as well. All the survivors of Eltria, every capable warrior, paladin, soldier, and civilian are sort of held up here in very small numbers. There's maybe like 12 people all together. Most of them warriors in full plate armor with weapons in hand, but there are some civilians looking about. The center of the chapel here,
There it is.
area H3, if you will. That is the center altar, the central altar. An altar rests on a raised dais.
Dais. Amadeus.
Dyslexia, just like
Proclivity.
on a raised dais in this boarded hall, made of beautifully polished teak wood. It takes its shape of a gauntlet hand clenched into a fist. A large lever stands next to the altar, suggesting it has some sort of mechanical function. In the very back of the hall, where you see that kind of red strewn about another altar, you see what was once an altatorm. Now lies a desecrated altatorm. This private chapel in the back of this grand room holds a desecrated altar with fiendish air penetrating your senses. Once dedicated to Torm, this altar's features have been defaced with blood, ichor, and torn strips of flesh lashed together and sewn with intestines. These side chambers of the grand hall, as you see these like small rooms, compartments, maybe like when you go into church and you confess your sins or whatever.
A confessional.
Yeah, like confessionals, but like a little larger. They have like torn blankets and sheets and cloth to try to like block off some privacy. These private like prey chambers are now housed to wounded civilians and soldiers. On the left side, you see the first two here are just wounded people on beds trying to heal their wounds. On the far top left, you see a large table with like a map of the city sprawled out with two heavily armored people like peering over the map. On the right side in the back corner, you see a stockpile of supplies gathered together, what's left of their food, drink, and supplies. In the center chamber here, just a stack of dead bodies. Civilians, soldiers, anyone they could bring, but can't bury. And then chamber here, huddling together for warmth and comfort. Turn about this grand chamber, you see the remaining soldiers and paladins of Eltriel. There's a cluster of them at this side entrance here, and a cluster of them at this side entrance here. The other kind of eerie detail you notice, all the artwork that's hanging on the walls, once decorated with beautiful paintings, statues, and other works of like strength and valor of Eltriel's people, have been magically transformed since Eltriel was pulled into Avernus. Now the artwork is a testament to the devil's superiority and strength over the holy city, showing scenes of mortals succumbing to temptation, dying at the hands of fiends, and suffering eternal torture. Just these little details siphon whatever bit of hope and courage and valor the survivors of Eltriel have left. Demons trying to do everything they can to break these people and steal their souls. It's quiet as you enter. Only the cackling of small fire pits fill noise of this room, along with the moans and groans of the wounded and the weak. It seems the only people in charge are at the back of the chamber playing on that table. But you guys kind of have a moment here to maybe explore the chapel, interact with survivors, or seek out information. It is noted that you don't see Uthar Ravengard. You guys know his face. He's a predominant member, the High Archduke of Baldur's Gate. You know what he looks like. You know what he sounds like. You do not see him here.
Can we get a rest
Any
in?
questions?
Yeah.
No, yeah, you guys walked right in, no problems.
No.
In fact, a lot of the survivors, a lot of soldiers don't even say anything to you, not knowing if you're going to be alive tomorrow to even like want to get to know. You know what I mean? Like people's will and motivations are broken and weakened.
So can we get some rest?
Absolutely. As you guys kind of like try to spoon about the chamber, you do notice as you walk past these two side posts, these two side exits, on the left side here, a wall, the stone wall has been like blown out, like dynamite just like shot through it. There's a giant opening in the wall. You can kind of see like sharpened, large like tree trunks, like fastened into the ground, form some crude barrier to try to stop enemy devils from getting in.
That completely
side,
that completely just reminded me of the fucking elephant thing when you said tree trunks.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Wait,
Yeah,
is she with
Lulu.
us? Fuck.
Tree trunks.
yeah, Lulu. Fuck! I totally forgot.
Tree trunks has been here the
about
entire time.
stuffed in Doromir's
Didn't help
bag. That's on
anything.
me. I'm so bad about like familiars and pets and shit.
That's okay. She probably
Yeah,
couldn't have
that
helped us
cat,
anyways, but
Can't relate, Joe.
I would like to take one of my purple grape mashes, pour some out for little Richie, drink the rest, and fucking get some sleep.
Absolutely. You post up maybe not by a fire because you're sick of the heat. You find like a cool spot on the wall. There's just like put your face up against to get some relief as you sip your drink.
God, I can't believe we forgot tree trunks.
Tree trunks. Actually, it's a very good point to remind me about her. Lulu starts to like squirm out of your bag, Dormir, as her trunk comes out as she witnesses, a holy place nearly desecrated and defeated. She hears the cries and moaning of the wound and starts to like fly over to tend to them, to help them. She says, "Oh, I will help the weak and wounded. If you can find Uthar Ravengard, we can make contact with my friend Salvakis. She'll be anxious to hear from him." As she kind of utters a way to help the weak and wounded. Anyone else like to do anything? As it looks like we're trying to like prep for a quick rest here.
Aren't Richie's parents going to eventually catch up to us if we decide to sleep here?
Yeah.
They only know one face.
I'm just saying.
You think I'm scared of Richie's parents?
I'm not saying you are. I'm Snod. You got to start thinking of something.
Yeah, no, you just
tell
have to
them,
deal with it.
They don't know they don't know what Snod did.
Yeah, they didn't see nothing.
Nobody saw nothing because he was invisible.
On a lighter note, I'm gonna go over by that hand on the altar.
Okay. Absolutely. Anyone else?
Does it look like anybody's set up to sell stuff?
No,
All right.
definitely not.
Just making sure.
Maybe go by the dead bodies.
Stockpile of supplies and goods and what's left of like ration, clean water. But past that, yeah, there's no vendor.
All right.
I'd like to go to the table in the back where the important people you said seem to be standing and just kind of insert myself into whatever the fuck they're doing.
Sure. Anyone else want to make their way over there?
Yeah, I think I want to follow him over there.
Somebody go loot the dead bodies.
Oh, come on.
Dude.
Haven't we done enough?
No pun
Snod.
intended, but fucking out of the pot and into the
Snod.
fire.
You don't
might
think
have
they've
some-
been looted already?
Who would loot dead bodies?
Literally all the rest of the soldiers that are here right now.
People in hell?
Point. Okay.
Ilya, anything from you? Snod?
Yeah, I want to follow Duramir.
Okay. You're heading to that area as well.
I'm
Snod?
gonna follow Tripod, and if he's drinking grape mash, I'll try to take some grape mash with him.
Can we you said tree trunks is going to heal some people? I mean, spread that shit around, you know?
She doesn't have any like healing power right now. She's trying to get clean rags,
Okay.
trying to like sew up what she can to make them comfortable and secure.
All right. So we do have
Go ahead.
we have the things that will allow us to contact the other side, for lack of a better term, right?
Yeah.
But we probably don't want to start using those up yet. I'm
No,
kind of
we need to
asking
find
the
You were instructed by Savakis to contact her once you've spoken with Uthar Ravengard.
Okay.
And you have an idea of the situation at hand.
All right.
So everyone go ahead and you can benefit from a long rest. You've successfully made it to the High Hall and have a brief moment of relief and rest. Dormir and Ilya, we're going to jump to you two as you make your way to these planners, these leaders at this back table. There is a rather large man, like 7 feet tall, in full plate armor, his helm resting on the table in front of him. What was once like long, flowing, beautiful blonde hair is just like matted, soot-filled, some dead demonic bugs stuck inside. His handsome face obscured by like a uncontrollable beard growth and dirt. His gauntlets cling to the table as he looks over a map of his city. The person with him is actually a surprising familiar face. maybe the last time while you're in Avernus that you would run into someone you've actually met before. You see Rayla. Rayla being the Hell Rider that you found imprisoned in the Baldur villa, who was questioning her faith and ability. Tripod and Ilya, you kind of gave her some words of encouragement. You later ran to her on the Great Worm's Crossing as you left Baldur's Gate, where she revealed the sort of background of the Archangel Zariel and her descent into Avernus. She's here in the High Hall, a bloodied sword, broken armor, but resolve and fortitude as she's talking with this paladin. As you two walk up, she immediately recognizes you, Ilya, and you, Dormir, as she smiles and says, "Oh, by God, I am happy to see you all here. I'll admit I didn't think I'd beat you to the High Hall. How have you fared? Are your numbers well?"
We're fine.
Yeah, I want to like sick handshake.
Dap up.
Yeah. Like it's wonderful to see a familiar face, even if we're in hell itself. What are you doing? What is the plan?
I couldn't agree more. It's a fantastic sight, a motivating moment to see you all here. When we last parted at Baldur's Gate, you said some instilling words to me, Ilya. Though Eltriel has fallen and is still falling, as the quaking of the ground around you is being dragged down every hour or so. Everyone for a moment wondering if the cathedral is going to collapse from the constant movement. I found myself still motivated to save the innocent lives were dragged into Avernus. Whether my gods would intervene or not, or my beliefs held true, innocent lives were still at stake. I wasn't too long after you all left Candlekeep that I arrived. Also joined up with Salvara Sakis, and she transported me to Avernus in a similar fashion she sent you. I made my way to the High Hall as quickly as I could, probably faster since I was alone, where I found Captain Lodric here. Captain Lodric is the massive 7-foot-tall paladin standing next to you. He has commanded the remaining forces of Eltriel. He's sent out search parties, rescue parties into the city streets to try to bring back any survivors. As she looks around, she gives you a quick nod or squint or something. Ilya, make an insight check to see if you can pick up on her body language.
It's a 16.
16. You can tell that she's sort of keeping something to herself, but suggesting that there are more survivors, there are more people, more soldiers, but they're hidden somewhere, not open in the cathedral. You don't know why these people might be hidden, but she's kind of keeping that information to herself. And to Lord Lodric or Captain Lodric. She says, "You have come at a most important time." As you can see, she points over the map. You see miniatures over a gridded board, a small model of the actual cathedral itself, splayed out with representations of everything inside and everyone inside. There is an assault being planned right now by demons outside our gates. An assault against this cathedral. And they're attacking at 3 points simultaneously. And we need more fighting power to fend off, or our walls will be breached and our lives will be forfeit to the thirsty demons of Avernus. When you and your companions feel you have rested, join back with me and Captain Lodric, and we can discuss plans to defend the cathedral one last time. I'm sure you have many questions as well. What would you ask of us? What information can we share?
I just interject and I say, "Hey, sorry to break up the reunion here. Where's Uthar?"
Uthar Ravengard, yes, I would assume you'd be looking for him. He was here 2 days ago with the remaining battalion force of Baldur's Gate infantry he had with him, member of the Flaming Fist. He's convinced that there's some holy relic, some item of Torm buried in the crypts of Eltriel, located underneath the graveyard, not too far away from our campgrounds here. He left 2 days ago with his battalion to find this relic, and he has not returned. We are beginning to fear the worst.
Oh, he did.
If it is Uthar you seek to find, you should follow him towards the graveyard and the crypts. But I fear leaving now will be a signature for your death. For the assault on the cathedral is gathering. We must first defend it before we can leave it.
Everybody on board with that? We gonna help out first?
I feel like we have to, because
Yeah,
if we
or we're
don't,
gonna
we're gonna die
Yeah.
trying to get out. So
Yeah.
Any other questions, Dormir and Ilya, you might have of Rayla right now?
Guys, got any extra health potions laying around?
Well, we got a long rest, right? So we're at least healed.
You got a long rest.
well,
Yeah, everyone should-
For now.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
no-
sure we're a
Not
little
saying
too
we shouldn't
low.
ask. Not saying that. Just
Thank
pointing
you.
it out.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, we have run out of all third-party components, potions, scrolls, even divine abilities to heal has dried up. But there is one last beacon of hope inside the cathedral. The central altar, the altar form still holds the god's blessing. As she points at it, you guys see Tommy Wee about to touch it, look over at you guys as he's inspecting the gauntlet at the center of the room. She calls out, "Still your hand, young Tommy Wee." The Torm's blessing still holds a divine sacred power inside this altar. Every loyal companion here has but one touch of the altar to use. Once it is touched, Torm's blessing will heal you completely, as if you had rested for a full 8 hours.
What if you had
If you
just
find
called
yourself-
Torm a bitch? Was he
Even if
listening
you
for
call
that,
Torm
or
a bitch, if you call Torm a bitch, if you stand to defend the cathedral and those still living inside of it, his blessing will heal you through.
okay?
In the
Okay.
assault, if you find yourself weakened or near death, retreat to the altar. Touch it, for your one use will fully heal you of all ailments and restore all spell slots and abilities, as if you were a 5th level Dungeons and Dragons character.
Okay.
Whatever that.
Really hard fight, I feel like.
Yeah, you're setting this up to be a motherfucker of a battle, if that's the technical term for it.
We're getting a long rest and then another long rest.
Yeah.
An
So let's-
instantaneous one.
Yeah.
Let's fucking dive into it then, baby. Where are these demons at?
You're in hell.
I would first gather the rest of your adventurers with you so we can all discuss together.
I pull the conch shell.
Before the conch shell goes off, we can go back to the party members here. Tommy Wee, as the conversation was happening before you're called out at the altar, what would you like to do? You're investigating things?
All right. So since I now know that I can't touch this hand that I ultimately wanted to sleep on inside the palm, yeah, that would have been
Make an
sweet. That would have been the best
investigation
place
check.
to rest for a gnome.
Okay.
I'm going to keep walking towards the back by that altar that has that red whatever that is by it.
Make your check first.
The desecrated altar. So yeah, first make your investigation check as you're looking around the gauntlet, seeing if it's a good place to rest.
I roll a 8.
Rob, I thought you had a cigarette in your hand. I'm like, dude, mom's gonna be pissed.
No, it's actually a thumb.
Gun in a stand inside the
Tattoos
house.
and cigarettes.
Oh no!
You got a tattoo?
God.
I did.
First tattoo?
Uh huh.
Is it a D20?
No. It's not.
Tommy Lee, as you're starting to like walk past the altar, of course the blood-stained, ichor-filled, flesh and intestine-sown altar is way more interesting to some fist.
Obvi.
You do notice. So there's the lever kind of next to the gauntlet, and there's a seam all the way around the gauntlet as well, indicating that the pedestal that the gauntlet is on would like recess into the altar as like the floor would like open up, the altar would close, the fist would go down, and then the floor would close back up, hiding it entirely. Maybe the lever.
Okay.
You walk past it. Again, the desecrated altar to Torm is a horrific sight to witness. This like private chapel area has a few steps that rise up to it. You feel the sensation of, as you get closer, you're probably like 20 feet from it, you feel the sensation of like your bones becoming brittle. Your skin starts to like dry out and crack, and you hear like demonic whisperers and hissing inside.
It's because of you. Because of you, Snot.
Stop it. It's creepy. Stop it.
That's very creepy.
Make a religion check.
We're playing Halo now?
A 5. You're any one step closer, your brain would melt and seep out through your nose and ears. You have to back off desecrated altar. You do not understand the demonic play here that could threaten your very soul and life.
Wow.
But you can kind of infer that there is powerful magic involved. Should the altar be cleaned and reconsecrated, this could be a powerful tool to have in assault against demonic demons and devils.
All right. I want to shout out to the group. By the way, the gauntlet is still up, right? It has not sunken back into the ground. Okay.
So
I want to shout to the group.
Kind of pull that lever, it would do it.
I'm sorry, you want him to what?
Pull the lever.
Okay.
Where is the lever?
It's just next to the gauntlet, like on the pedestal.
Okay.
But you said you wanted to shout back out to the group.
No, never mind. Well, yeah, I'll shout to the group and say, hey guys, just want to let you know that there is a lever right next to the gauntlet, and it looks like the gauntlet has a capability of falling back down beneath the surface. So just want to let you guys know that, because that should be part of our strategy.
You this like, very quiet, desolate cathedral, maybe the last holy bastion in all this all unholy city. And basically you just yell in church, hey guys, this thing does a thing, as like everyone around like looks at you, including the like wounded, the soldiers, the civilians, and like disrupt the peace here. But everyone gathers that information. It might be worth asking Captain Lodric and Rayla the actual mechanics of this gauntlet and what it does. But we'll switch over to Tripod and Snod. You two were kind of taking a rest, maybe sipping some wine, having a conversation, maybe? Anything specific you want to do during this little bit of downtime?
As I pass around the purple grape mash, I take a sip. I pour a little out for little Richie, pass it to Snod. We drink in his memory.
He was a good boy.
Yeah, sure he was. I feel like we should be involving tree trunks a little bit more in everything that we're to be doing, like especially if it has to do with either Torm or the giant gauntlet. Just a thought.
Yeah, she's inherently holy as far as you know, playing a close role to the gods and being a former companion of Zariel when she was an archangel.
Okay. Snod, what do you think?
In terms of us drinking more?
We can continue to do that, but also we can develop a plan.
Oh, have we convened with them to figure out battle tactics?
We have not. We are sitting together and
Let's drink more then.
okay, fair enough. We are just going to keep drinking, Joe.
Absolutely. Ashimo, anything from you in this downtime?
I'd love to try to get a better idea of like what we're up against. Can I talk with the guys in the tower about what they're seeing, if they know? You know,
Absolutely. You talk to the remaining soldiers to see maybe if other, if demons have been attacking, what they've seen, what they've heard, what they've encountered. Again, they look like not enough long rests in an entire campaign could heal them of all their wounds and exhaustion. Their armor is broken, weapons are splintered, but they still hold their positions. They relate to you that the demons have been attacking from 3 points. The main gate in the 2 side passageways. They've sent a variety of demons and devils, lesser minions, to try to breach the defenses and have done a decent job so far. Every time there's been an attack, lives have been lost, and they're on their like last leg of living defenders of the cathedral.
gotcha.
So it's obvious that their forces are stretched thin, and there's been a variety of devils and demons, from like beasts to winged devils to monstrosities. Anything these the Blood War could throw at the cathedral, they've tried.
Would it be possible for me to reach out to Bitter Breath and kind of ask him for a hand in this battle?
You certainly can. It might be worth it, Tripod, to maybe get all the information that these survivors have about the assault.
Maybe ask like who these demons are like fighting for, and then I could maybe convince Bitter Breath like these are your enemies. Like the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Absolutely.
Okay.
You also kind of gather it'll be difficult to reach out to Bitter Breath while inside this cathedral, again, the last holy bastion of Eltriel. But there's a desecrated altar. That could be a great channel point to reach out to Bitter Breath and maybe summon his demonic legions to your aid.
I'll desecrate that bitch even more.
Excellent. At this point, is there anything anyone else wants to do, say, or interact with before kind of getting the lowdown of assault on the cathedral?
So we're all healed at this point. Everybody's got their spells back. Anything that's, once a day, you got back.
Yep.
Back.
I'll shut up. Who's got something to ask?
How do we fix the altar?
Tripod and Ilya, both of you make a roll.
Sorry, somebody just rang my doorbell at 10 o'clock for some reason.
Yeah, I heard it was weird.
Oh,
Be careful.
Hey guys, should we
There he goes.
before these demons start trying to get their way into the cathedral, maybe see what ways will lead us into like a possible exit or safe passage somewhere else? Like it looks like there's a
Are
bunch
you
of
some kind of coward?
halls and possible rooms that if shit hits the fan, we might need to get going.
Hell yeah, Tommy. Excellent thinking. As you've already been traveling through the streets of Eltriel, there's been some encounters that have been too much to handle. Sometimes running is the best option. Have a back door right now could save lives. That would be a good thing to ask Ayla and Captain Lodrick when you discuss battle plans for the assault. Good thinking, man. Nice.
Can you point out Lodric on the board?
Yeah.
While we have all of this going on and you're pointing this out, I kind of see Snod starting to pound some
This
purple
is
mash.
Lodric.
Ooh, stunning.
He's back here at the war room.
Breathtaking.
So I just kind of wanted to like wander over towards Snod while we wait for Tripod to maybe come back.
Real quick, I remember before you do that, Ilya, you rolled a religious check because you were asking how to reconsecrate the altar.
Yeah, I rolled a 20.
That'll do. Yeah, there are 2 ways to restore the altar to its holy glory. The first way, a character who kneels before the altar and prays to Torm for 1 consecutive minute and succeeds on a DC 15 religion check, at the end of which the prayer causes Torm's power to wash over the altar and wipe clean the blood and other desecrating elements, restoring the altar. The other way is by splashing at least 3 flasks of holy water on the altar to destroy the desecrating elements and purify the altar.
How do we make holy water? Can we make holy water?
Cast Bless.
That could work if you have a high enough check to bless the water. You could also talk to Captain Zodric or Rayla about access to holy water as well.
So I have to apologize. My doorbell rang and I had to take care of something. I caught most of this. Before we undesecrate this, can I reach out to Bitter Breath?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think right now we're going to wrap any last questions before we get the whole battle plan, and then we can decide what to desecrate to resecrate.
Okay.
Dormir, there was something you wanted to do.
Yeah, I just see Snod getting a little sloppy on Purple Grape, and I am just kind of wandering over to him, and I just want to let it be known that I had your back at that bridge, you dirty, slimy lizard fuck, and you better have mine in the next foreseeable future fights. And I say it's slightly kinder than that, but still very stern where the point comes across.
Before he walks away, I pull out a potion of healing from a little patch on my back, and I give him back the one that he loaned me earlier.
Nice.
And did I catch you taking it out of your back pocket? Literal
I mean,
back?
you could see me take it.
Okay. All right. It's been duly noted, but you're still not forgiven fully and the debt has not been fully paid back for what happened at the bridge.
Give him an egg.
And I just walk away. I don't give him the chance to give me that.
Sounds like we are ready to talk to Captain Zodric and Rayla about defending against the assault. Here's the situation as they show you the battle plan. The assault is impending. There are 3 groups of devils and their allies that are moving towards the cathedral. These groups are spread out, and they cause as much havoc and destruction as possible and have orders to kill anyone in their path, including us and you. There's 3 groups that will be attacking simultaneously. Group 1, as we call it, will be assaulting the front gates of the keep. Inabashi and a band of cultists loyal to Zariel will assault the gates. Inabashi is a cross between a dragonborn and a demon meshed into one. They have like a necrotic sort of like lich-like appearance and a skin color that pertains to whatever dragon they're associated with. They are commanders and leaders of forces of undead, demonic, and demon legions, have high magical resistances and prowess as well. The Abashi will lead his devout cultists to Zariel against the front gates. Group number 2, it might sound funny, but I assure you it is not, is a crab attack coming from the left hallway where the wall has been breached.
I had a bad crab attack in college.
A pair of bearded devils and a pack of giant crabs, demonic crabs, have torn through the outer perimeter of the cathedral. They will make their way to the breached wall and try to swarm us on the inside. We can hear them coming from a mile away as the clacking crabs' claws against the marble floors is a unholy sight to unholy sound to hear.
Sounds like my keyboard.
The third group is a group of hellish hunters. Amira oversees a mangy pack of hellhounds. They will be attacking at the closed gate there on the right side of the cathedral. They have been sending waves of these hellhounds to breathe their fire to melt the iron bars. I fear they will not stand one more breath attack. For if they breach, the hellhounds will rip the flesh off of anyone inside. Amiragan is a soldier of Avernus. Miragans are covered in heavy demonic plate armor and wield hellish halberds and axes. I'm pulling up a little more information on them here. They are the souls of fallen soldiers, mercenaries, and bodyguards who served evil without reservation. They find everlasting servitude in the 9 hells as they are reincarnated as these Miragans. They are silent but deadly.
God damn it.
The biggest issue with these attacks is that they will be happening simultaneously on our 3 weak points. Our forces are already spread thin. I do not have enough manpower to fully defend all 3 points. But hopefully with you all and Rayla, we can survive the night. We can redistribute what forces we have left and redistribute yourselves throughout the keep to defend these vantage points. Now, we might be weakened in numbers, but the cathedral still has some defenses left to play with. There is, of course, the balcony as he points up towards the guardhouse. There is a pipe organ up there, one that used to be played during the holy ceremonies of churches and rituals that used to be held here. If any of you are skilled in performing music and could play a charming tune on the pipe organ, perhaps Torm's blessing could bless all of us and give us an extra bit of heroic might to defend our borders.
Why don't we have a bard? Fuck.
I can
There
try.
is also 2 defense turrets. Or sorry, not 2. 1 defense turret.
I heard
Located on the top.
Interesting.
Located on the top of the guardhouse. As you can see, there's like a giant ballista right here, mounted on the guardhouse. The ballista can be repositioned on the front-facing exterior of the keep or facing inside the keep into our cathedral here. If any of you are skilled with siege weapons, this ballista could decimate demonic forces. Or we can order some of our men to man it. Also, in the guardhouse are many arrow slits and vantage points. Any of you proficient in ranged combat or spell slingers could hold up in the defense tower, have a 360 view of vantage points, and defend as needed. And of course, if all else fails, Actually, let me save the spells. There's one more thing we do to bolster our defenses. As you can tell, as rereading everything, as you can tell, there are many wounded, sick, and malnourished soldiers located inside the Grand Hall. One particular survivor, Chiltrin Ombranch, a druid dedicated to Sylvanas, needs immediate medical attention. If this druid can be revived by you all, his magical, natural magic would be substantial in our defense attempts of the cathedral. He has done so good and has done well for so long. His magic keeping us alive. He suffered mortal wounds in the last assault, and I fear he might not live much longer. There are also other soldiers that could take healing as well. Should they be revived, we can bolster our ranks and our defenses. And of course, if all out fails, it seems your companion Tommy Wee has already thought of this. We do have an escape route if the cathedral needs to be abandoned. Located at the basin of the Gauntlet Altar is a secret door that leads down to the crypts underneath the cathedral. These crypts are where many of our leaders, high paladins, and kings have been buried. And it is where the majority of the civilian survivors are being kept right now. Their souls, the most vulnerable to being captured by demons and imprisoned into soul coins and into demonic slavery. Should we need to abandon the High Hall, we can make our way down to the main crypts for one last stand. That is our battle plan as we have it now. We still have some time to prepare. If you have any questions or are willing to offer any advice, now is the time to speak.
I've got a question. How many soldiers are alive and fighting ready?
We have, let's see, let me take a quick head count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 soldiers stand at their feet, ready to defend.
How many are
We can
injured?
4 more are injured that could be revived to help booster our forces.
So be 12 at 4. We'd have 6 per side if we went 2, 2, and 2. I don't know. Do you guys have any questions? I have I would kind of outline something in my head how to set this up.
So I think Illy and I can cure wounds on what's his face, the guy.
The druid.
Yeah.
Shitlin.
Yep. That would be helpful for him.
Yep.
Obviously, I think Dermir, you're going to be set up with arrows in one of the
I feel like
buttresses.
Snot and I need to be up there. He needs to be slinging spells. I need to be shooting arrows.
Yeah, agreed. Who else? Who else has got?
I don't think any of us have proficiency in siege weapons, do we?
Not to my knowledge.
So
But
let's have one of the NPCs on siege.
yeah, if Joe was saying that they can man that'd be fine.
It'll take 2 soldiers to man the ballista. If any of you are proficient with land vehicles, you'll have like a half proficiency with siege weapons.
Okay. I don't, but I do have a weapon that is proficient against the Marigans. Miragans?
Yes.
So I could.
Demon dogs?
They're like Legion devil thingies. So I can head out that way and try to axe the fuck out of these dudes.
So yeah, I can give a quick recap here. So this is the front gate. The ballista can be mounted to defend the front gate or can be mounted to defend the courtyard interior. But the Abashi, the draconic demon, is leading a band of cultists at the front gate to tear it down. On this side is where the crab attack will be. This side is pretty much the weakest side right now, as it's already been breached, and there's only a crude barrier to defend it. The demonic crabs are heavily armored, and they have a pretty healthy strength in numbers and leadership in the bearded devils. On the right side is where the demonic hunters will be. The Murigan and his hellhounds is probably the smallest assaulting force, but probably the trickiest to deal with. Hellhounds have a few tricks up their sleeves. And
Is the Murigan heavily armored? Is that what you said?
Murigan is heavily armored. I can show you. I can just show you the miniature here.
So, as he's pulling that up,
That's a Murigan, heavily armored.
giant glaive. Got it. Okay,
Yeah.
so I feel like we got to use a lot of magic against the Murigan and against the crabs if they're heavily armored. So Snod and I are going to be up in the tower slinging. Nashimo, do you feel comfortable fighting cultists on the ground?
Yeah, I just need a place to hide, ideally.
Yeah, like maybe like, do we let them get close enough to breach? Do you want to like jump down off the tower and get yourself advantage?
Ideally, wherever I can get cover from you guys is fine.
Sure. Okay.
Between
What?
The Abashi has like the numbers, right? They're like a legion force trying to breach down. The sides are like smaller strike teams, a little more coordinated.
Okay.
Yeah, you can have the gate open or lowered to make find a choke point. You can also man the walls with the ballista and use range attacks to try to thin out the numbers. You could also, get creative. There's a river of molten lava. Maybe you can trigger a trap on the bridge to blow a hole in it. Maybe you can fill up a cauldron with lava to like dump out the tower, as these cultists are trying to get in. You can assume the cultists are like huge worshippers, followers of Zariel. Really lesser creatures, but just have more numbers.
So I think the ballista at the large group is probably the best attack. There's no reason to have the bridge still there, right? Like we're all in here.
Does anyone have an illusion spell?
Snod.
No.
What I was thinking was we could use tripods like masonry skill to like damage the bridge enough that the next person that steps on it falls in.
Yeah, I feel
Or
like using the bridge as a trap in some way is good.
Yeah, so we keep the gate down and damage the bridge to the point where 5 or 6 of them get on there, they fall into the lava.
Smart.
You can have the bridge up if you want. You can also remove it entirely, or trigger it to be trapped.
Yeah,
Get rid of a trap. 'Cause
Trap.
If we
Trap
then-
it, we've got that back way out, right?
Yeah.
Like we've got okay.
Well, it didn't sound like that was really a back way out. It sounded like it was like a hiding place and we were going to go in there for one last stand.
Yeah. Can we get out from the crypts, or is that a dead end?
The crypts do have a secret pathway out of the castle.
Okay,
Easy.
good deal
Okay,
then.
so trap the bridge.
up.
Trap the bridge. That's fine.
100%.
We need to determine who's going to fight crabs, who's going to fight hell dogs, and that big fucking behemoth boy.
So Snod and I both have. Snod's got a rod of absorption. I've got a greater stone of absorption. So we can probably take on the spell slingers.
Honestly, you're gonna want to
be
put
coming
me.
at the front gate.
Just put me somewhere I can put a lot of damage out on somebody fast, because I don't do a lot of attacks, but I hit hard.
Nashimo might be good on one of the side, strike.
I don't think we should have anybody on the ground fighting the middle with the ballista, and then especially if I'm standing up top mid, like being able to shoot them as well. I think the ballista will be able to hold them off, and if there's no bridge, the defense will be perfect there.
Okay.
How many do we know? Do we have any idea how many hell dogs are coming with that big armored fuck?
Don't know.
Okay.
Can you fly? You don't have wings, do you?
Not yet.
Okay. I want to give Snod something. I want to give Snod my Ring of Feather Falling. Because if you're up top and you need to get down quickly, it's going to be key to have that on
This
you.
is so cute.
Snod and anyone else with spell casting abilities, you'll be able to switch out what spells you have memorized before the assault as well. If you want, something more aggressive or more, area control or like effects.
What's that big fireball you can cast, Snod?
It's called Fireball.
Fireball.
Is it literally fireball? Is that what it's called?
Big fireball.
What was the name of that movie about Godzilla?
Oh, it's Godzilla.
No.
We should try to group all the crabs into like an area and just have Snod blast them with a fireball.
We should
That's
just throw
fire.
them into a big pot and have a fucking crawfish boil.
The crabs are going to come in like the building, so fireball is going to be maybe not the best idea. But outside the building, fuck them.
All right, maybe last resort.
All right.
Do you think the fireball could take the bridge out?
I would rather just trap the bridge so Snod can save the spell, to be honest.
Can I attune to this ring before the battle starts?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So Ilya and Tripod, do you guys want to take on the crabs? We'll put Nashimo and Tommy Wee fighting the dogs, and then Snod and I top mid, just kind of shooting wherever the hell we can.
I like it.
Didn't Tripod say you have a weapon against the hound guy?
My
That leads the hound?
yeah, so my great axe has advantage versus devils, which is the Maragon. But if there's only one of them, then it's probably not.
Well, if he's a big bad motherfucker, then I think you and Tommy should switch.
The Hellhounds
Yeah.
are also
Yeah.
devil.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ilya
Yeah.
and Tommy are fighting crabs.
So I'll take
Tripod
on
and
Hellhounds
Nashimo are
then.
fighting
Crab
Hellhounds and that big devil. Snod and I up top mid. Then 2 of the 8 healed, or 2 of the 8 alive soldiers on the ballista. That leaves 6 left, 3 on each side. So you guys have 5 people per side, and then we are also laying hands on or healing the druid. We'll
Yeah.
also put druid top mid. I'm guessing he's going to have range with his nature healing or nature spells of some variety. Sound good?
Yeah.
So
That's-
anyone in that top center tower can see into the main
Into
floor,
the courtyard. Yeah.
right?
You
Okay.
have to, you have to like switch from the front to the back, but it's a little bit of movement.
You said there was
Yeah.
360. Yeah, you said 360 degree slits where I could be shooting arrows and slinging magic through. Cool. All right. Yeah.
So Ilya and Tripod, if you guys want to use your left hands to heal the wounded, the only downside is it will take up all of your points of lay on hands, which you
Well, we
won't.
also have cure wounds. I mean, I do.
Well, and we can touch the statue, right? Once we
Yeah.
Let me finish.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Yeah, so lay on hands, spells, whatever you want to use to heal them, you won't have those points or spell slots back for the assault.
Yeah. I mean, I'm okay. I have 3 healing spells, especially as an ASMR. So I'm okay with it if
I
we
was
get
gonna,
extra help.
yeah, I was gonna say maybe just like one of us does it, and
I'm fine with it.
okay.
I mean, if you're putting extra bodies in the fight, right?
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
it's the same as helping somebody further down
It's
the
like
line.
it's like
so-
temporary hit points.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
We're just
get a
doling
druid,
out the hit
yeah.
points now
Right.
instead of later.
I'm fine. And like I said, yeah, I have 3 different things that do.
Yeah,
healing,
I'd
so-
let it roll.
And I have 5 potions.
Okay. So we're good with that then. Ilya will do the healing.
It'll
Everybody
take
else is
20 points of healing to bring all the wounded back to their feet.
All of them, or what's just the druid?
All of them.
Can we not do all of it? Do we just do druid? Do we want to do all of them? I mean,
This is also like the ballista guys and stuff, right?
yeah. I'm
How-
fine using
No,
my cure
everything-
wounds to help.
Everything we talked about was only
So-
including the druid, not the 4 extra wounded soldiers. So
Yeah.
that's
I
just-
retroactively, for the last hour, have been preparing a meal.
Oh,
Go on.
Heroes Feast?
Yeah, well, not a hero's feast. It's my feet, my chef feet.
Oh.
So
Chef.
I don't know if it works for NPCs, but it's supposed to give an extra D8 on hit dice. I could give that to 7 people, and then I can make like little treats.
So
Sorry. So did you make like a full-on egg dinner and then make like deviled eggs for the rest of us?
Yeah, you get little treats that you could use as a bonus action to give you 3 temporary hit points.
That's incredible.
So the D8 is for like when you short rest?
Yeah, if we were short resting, I could give it to 7 people.
So this is what we'll do. Everyone roll a D8, and that'll be temporary hit points that you have from Snod's meal.
Roll a D8, you said?
Thanks, Nod.
I don't take
Nice.
them.
Very good.
I
And
hand out
then
all my treats too.
I have a 5.
Ilya and Tripod. How are we distributing lay on hands and cure spells up to 20 points to heal the druid and the foragers?
I feel like we start with the druid.
Yeah. So how much is the druid?
Druid is 5.
Easy. So lay on hands. 5 points.
Yeah, I get 1d8 and I get a 6. So between that, we'll heal him and we'll spread the rest to the rest of the crew.
So the rest of the soldiers need a cumulative 15 points of healing to bring.
I
them
mean,
on their feet.
So lay on hands. Lay on hands is your level times 5, right?
Yep.
Oh, I've got the zoomies. Sorry, guys.
It's okay.
I can heal everybody if we want to just do that, because I still have 2 other healing spells. So if you want to save your stuff, Tripod,
That's fine.
I'll still have 5 more points with lay on hands.
Do it.
Okay.
Just do that. Just do
Yeah,
that.
that's perfect.
And then
I heal
you'll be able to-
everybody.
You'll be able to touch the hand later.
High fives all around.
Ilya, you get the hot hands and just restore everyone. The druid has
It's a real
some-
Mr. Miyagi kind of moment.
like that. The last point to bring on for the defense is the pipe organ and then the desecrated altar. The pipe organ, if someone wants to attempt to play it,
Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
okay?
I think
I'm
I
just-
got the best shot.
Picturing keyboard cat like.
I was also going to say I was raised by royalty, and there's a very high percentage chance that I played piano growing up as a kid because I'm a little fucking spoiled brat.
Classic. Absolutely.
Situated at the top of the balcony is a magnificent pipe organ. Its ivory keys practically glow, even as the balcony, even as its ebony keys seem to absorb all light. Who wants to play the organ?
Yeah,
Nashimo, that's all you, buddy.
done.
Give it a go.
Okay. As you sit down at the organ, you kind of like crack your knuckles.
Dude, this is Bugs Bunny. He
You gotta
flips his
brush your
coattails out.
Yep. So you're committing, yes?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Sorry, is it Nashima or is it Doromir doing it?
Nashimo.
Okay. A character who plays the organ and succeeds. This is full disclosure for what
Yeah,
you're about.
Understood.
Character who plays the organ and succeeds on a DC 15 performance check
Okay.
can play a powerful song that resonates throughout the cathedral. This song grants temporary hit dice and bonus to attack and damage rolls to every creature that can hear the organ in the chapel. If the charisma check fails, demonic and devilish things will happen to those who listen to it.
Fucking roll those dice. Let's go.
I say we don't. I say we don't. I say we don't.
Everybody
He's got high charisma. What? No.
Here we go.
Oh God.
Performance check.
17.
Oh, you son of a bitch. As a beautiful harmonic symphony.
Oh no.
Suck
I
it, Satan.
panicked. It was a 13. I panicked. I panicked. It was a 13. I have a good charisma modifier.
You roll 13 or 17?
No, I rolled a 17. We're good. I have a good charisma modifier. I roll like when D&D rolled beyond rolled, I panicked.
Jesus Christ, Rob, come on.
Sorry.
I just panicked.
That was
Yeah.
a roller coaster of emotions, and I hated it.
Harmonic motivational song pipes out of the organ. It is rejuvenating, an encouraging sound to hear the organ bellow through the cathedral, giving the soldiers and civilians hope once more.
Thank goodness.
Everyone gains an additional 10 temporary hit points. Wow, that's additional. And is under the blessed spell for the next 3 hours.
Literally.
Okay.
We're gonna have to run. We should run right now because this sounds
My
like the worst
HP.
fight ever.
This is gonna be terrible.
Yeah, we're
This is
boned.
gonna be really bad.
Really, really, really bad. Like really.
If you
bad.
have
There's a lot of
failed
buffs.
performance check, the demonic influence from Avernus would have sent out a screeching, hellish tune to erupt from the organ. Each creature that heard the organ would have disadvantage on attack rolls for the next 3 hours.
Oh,
For the next 3 hours?
If Nashimo would have failed that check.
Worth it.
god damn.
Wow.
That being said, really quick, Joe, what is Rayla and whatever the dude's name is doing during this whole thing? Are they fighting with us or no?
Oh, they're fighting with you. Their swords are not nearly bloodied enough. They can also be positioned wherever you like. Otherwise, they're going to man the front wall.
So here's what I think we should do. And this is where it currently stands. We've got 2 NPCs on the ballista. We've got Ilya and we've got Tommy on crabs.
Yes.
We've got Nashimo
We've
and
got
Tripod
crabs.
on dogs. Snod and I are top middle. We've got now that we've got 2 up there, we've got 10 remaining guards or NPC. We'll call them meat shields. Let's give 3 per side and then 2 to go. The remaining 2 to go to, or actually that's remaining 4 to go with the other NPC bosses at the front gate.
I'm fine with that.
So it's 4 in the middle. Plus we're going to have a trapped bridge. There's 5 people on each side. There's 2 on the ballista. There's a druid, myself, and Snod in the top middle.
Good deal.
Sound good?
Also, a point to note, Captain Lodric, he is a high-level paladin. He does have an aura of courage. Anyone with 15 feet of Captain Lodric gets an additional +3 on all their saving throws.
Yeah, give him all the minions.
Okay, fuck them. Put them in the middle.
Oh man, I didn't mean all. I meant like all we could survive. Like I'll take the couple you were gonna
Are they on the ground? Like, they're on the ground, like, by, or are they going to come out? Like, are they still in the building?
Are you asking me a question?
Yeah, I'm asking you.
Who's coming out?
The Trayla and the other guy, are they going to be down on the ground floor, like inside of the building still?
Yeah, they will be wherever you want them to be, whether on the wall, like shooting down, on the ground, swinging swords against demons, whatever you want.
Should we put them on the outsides? Because I don't know what the effectiveness of them in the middle is going to be with that bridge down. Like how effective are cultists going to be at crossing a magma river?
Well, I kind of feel like if they're inside of the building, then like the 5 of us that are flanking these 2 other sides, like we're still gonna be in range of him, like maybe not like right in it, but like then you're gonna have a lot. It's good. I'm saying it's a good thing to have them right inside of that gate, because then that's all of us like right there at the beginning of it and the entrance of it.
Well, it's still 15 feet, which is
if the gate does get breached, they can get to the front line.
okay. Yeah, sure. Leave them there with the remaining 4 NPCs that we healed. So the 2 boss NPCs, Drayla and fucking Pally Tits sit bottom mid with the 4 healed NPC bots. We'll be good to go.
Because that's range from the tower, and then anything that comes in from that point is that's like so many people just right there attacking everything. I think that's a good thing.
I like it.
Yeah.
With everyone having their positions, survivors healed, wealth distributed, healing distributed. The only thing remaining to interact with, and of course, everyone has 1 touch healing on that altar if you need a quick and instant full rest, is the desecrated altar of Torm. I know Ilya is motivated to reconsecrate the altar, but Tripod, you might want to use it before that happens. You're muted, Smithers.
Sorry. I want to try and get BB on the phone. Be like, yo,
Girl.
these demons are coming for me, and they're also coming for your throne. And if you want me to try and come and help you, I got to survive this. Because I'm not of any use to you when I'm dead.
So you approach this ichor-stained, fresh blood smeared, bodily fluid, organ-draped, desecrated altar of a holy god who you have also turned a cheek to. You feel uncomfortable and gross as you step through the wet blood and dense ichor piles. But as you start to think about Bitter Breath, reached out to him, you start to get more comfortable as you kneel down in the crimson blood and reach out to your packed devil. What specifically are you asking him?
Bitter Breath, my homie, my friend, my brother, my demon dude. I need some help here. We're getting in some deep shit. And if you have some minions, or maybe you can help me out with some extra strength that you can summon that you could possibly spare right now. I'm doing this all in your name. I'm coming for you. But I gotta make it there alive, otherwise all of this was for nothing.
Make a persuasion check.
I'm trying to persuade a demon right now. Let's go. Okay, that is 14, 18.
Tripod, you ask a lot of your master. Sending legions of my own provides a great risk to my current stature amongst the demonic warlords of Avernus. Or if I send my minions to help you and defend the High Keep, I will be outed, and my movements against Zariel will be obvious to the other warlords of Avernus and Zariel herself, since it is her forces that assault the cathedral. If you wish my help, you must do something in return. Our contract must be called forth. If you wish to summon and command the forces of Bitter Breath, a horned warlord devil, I demand payment. Payment in souls. As you hear a big intake of air as he whiffs all of the civilians that are around you. I can smell a horde of hidden souls somewhere inside the cathedral, maybe in the lower crypts. You can section off and segregate, say, 5 or 10 of these souls when you see the opportunity. I will promise my minions to make an appearance during the assault. I will also grant you the strength of the Horned Devils, a blessing only my highest ranking lieutenants may tap into.
This dude wants soul coins.
He wants soul coins. You got souls.
feel like we're not going to make it through this without some outside help. But I also don't want to lean on the party. I don't want the party to know what's going on right now.
Of course. No, you need to make this decision yourself.
Can I get to the crypts without anybody knowing?
Essentially, if you make this promise now, there's going to be a point in the story in which you guys will enter the crypts, and there will be an opportunity for you to make good on your end of the deal.
Yeah, I've got some ideas. I'm gonna agree to this.
Okay. As you feel your heart like increase in weight as it like sinks into your chest a little bit, a part of your humanity is also given up as like another line of your demonic contract with bitter breath is written into it in infernal script. You feel, Tripod, almost like a migraine overtake your head as you feel an intense pressure coming from your skull, not pushing in like a normal headache, but pushing out as your skull starts to take on a slightly different shape as you feel the stunted growth of horns starting to prove through your skull. It's not totally obvious, like whatever dirty hair you have might still cover them, but your skin also like dries out and cracks as if you take a lot of like evil actions in like, you know, an RPG game. Your eyes, like your pupils, like dilate even a little bit more than they usually are. The smoke smoldering from your axe like intensifies as you agree to his terms.
I mean, I'm just trying to blend in at this point.
Yeah. Bitter Breath will send a small faction of his demonic legion to assist you in this assault. And he grants you the blessing of Bitter Breath, which I'll text to you privately.
Yeah.
You stand up from the altar as you take a few steps away. Blood is soaked onto the bottom of your boots as you leave a blood footprint trail away from the created altar. As you rejoin the ranks, your companions seemingly unaware of the contract and deal you just made. Ilya, I believe you want to reconsecrate this altar, for you might have uses of it during this assault as well. Two options to cure the desecration have been presented to you. A minute of prayer, or the splashing of at least 3 flasks of holy water. Which route would you like to pursue?
So I want to ask, I can't remember his name.
Lodric?
Yeah, I want to ask him if he knows if there's any holy water around.
Yes, mighty Ilya. We have enough holy water to get rid of the desecration on the altar, though it will well out the last of our holy water reserves. We've been using the holy water during the assaults to keep devils a little bit more at bay from us, to provide extra protection and to deter some of the stronger devils. For if you splash it at them, they are forced to retreat almost on the spot. Ilya, if you think it is more important to get rid of the desecration on the altar of Torm, I will surrender our remaining holy water flasks to you.
Yeah, I think that giving us this altar is always going to be a benefit, and it'll benefit everyone, considering as opposed to just hitting one enemy at a time. I truly think that this is the best course of action.
Very good. I surrender the holy flasks to you as he hands you the 3 flasks. Give me a little flavor, Ilya, as you approach the altar, the flasks in hand. You also have like one of those, like scepter, like sprinklers to help, distribute it across the altar. What's your manner? Like, what's your demeanor, your body language? Do you say anything as you spread holy water across this desecrated holy altar?
What's Torm's deal? Like, what's the main belief system with Torm?
Torm is the god of valor and self-sacrifice, the embodiment of a hero, if you will.
Okay. I want to walk up to the altar, very humble, and just sort of say, I may not be a direct follower of you, but my Lord Tyr believes in justice and honor, and you believe in that. And only through that belief of good triumphing will we truly win this battle. And I'm truly sorry that I have to see something so holy be desecrated in front of me, but I truly hope that my God can help you to find this peace and find the ability to help us through this and help your followers. And I want to, sprinkle the holy water all over.
Absolutely. As you instill these strong words behind every wrist flick of the holy water, every little drop, magically just cleans and beckons away the ichor, the blood, and the organs, giving a positive holy shine to the altar. As all the holy water is used, you kneel at the altar, giving the last few words of your prayer of your rite. You feel a holy radiance swell up in you. The blessing of Torm reaches out to every capable fighter inside the cathedral. Each of you, during the assault, will deal an extra 1d4 points of radiant damage as your weapons are blessed by Torm. Ilya, the gifts of Torm don't end there. As a subtle, modest light shines from the stone altar itself. If the cathedral wasn't sunken in Avernus, this would be a brilliant, blinding light as the influence and touch of Torm is glowing from the altar. You understand what this glowing is as you take your morning star, your vicious morning star, place it on the altar. Torm's blessing provides a permanent +2 attack and damage bonus to your vicious morning star. It is now a +2 vicious morning star.
Got to be a follower of Torm over here. Okay. I actually want to go up to Rhea before all of this starts also.
Absolutely.
I want to go up to her and I want to say I'm glad to see that through your struggle you found strength. And I want you to always remember, even in the hardest of times, that when you look up at the sky and you ask yourself, what will your God do for you? We are what the gods did. And we are here to protect these people no matter what it takes. And I just wanted to let you know that I am proud that you have chosen to be the hand of your Lord.
Your words do not come more joyful now than ever. For I do often look up at the sky, Ilya, and I see no daylight, no sun setting, no moon rising, no stars, no fresh air, only fire, soot, and smoke encompass every day here in Avernus. Though I have not been here long, I have felt the demonic presence and clutches and temptations on myself, my beliefs, and my actions. And seeing you here now, restore Torm's altar and receive a mighty blessing from him provides great joy and hope in my heart. I will follow you, Ilya, into battle now and for as long as I can swing my sword. Let's
yeah.
rock this shit, sister.
Ooh, ooh. I want to do another sick ass predator handshake and just be like, "I'll see you at the end of this victory."
We are all so fucked in this battle. Like it's taking
So
this much.
fucked. Somebody's gonna die.
Imagine if we had a disadvantage from the organ. Holy shit.
We'd be dead.
It would've
Total
sucked.
party kill right there.
That would've sucked.
Any other last preparations, questions, moments, characters you want to approach and talk to? Any other last things to do before you take your positions, defensive spots, defend against the demonic assault?
Righty boys, let's go.
I'm ready.
Tommy, any motivational, rage-filled speeches? Do you want to take position on top of the altar once more and call out to the crowd of half-hearted, broken warriors?
Ooh,
Surely I will. So I step up on the altar and everyone is looking up at me, but not really because I'm so short. So I'm kind of just eye level with everyone. And I peer out over all of these helpless souls. And I say, guys, this is our chance, not just to continue fighting for the city that we know and love, but to continue fighting for each other, the ones that are left here because we survived. We had the strength to pull through. Snod, look up at me. Look up at me, Snod. I know it's been a long day, Snod. I know you killed that child, and I really hope his parents aren't in this cathedral right now listening to this speech as it echoes through this big ass cathedral. But I want you to know, Snod, that we are best friends, and I will always have your back. And I didn't even really witness what happened on the bridge, so I'm going to pretend like that never happened. Nashimo,
Yeah,
you better be quick with your movements. Ilya, I want you casting spells and fucking up faces. Duramir, aim right. If you hit me with one of those bows, I'm going to be fucking pissed off.
with the bow, because he's
Tripod.
never seen you shoot an arrow, right? He's just seen you throw the bow.
Tripod, I have a weird feeling about you, but you better hope that BB comes through in the end, because I feel like he is, no matter what. And Snod, I just want to tell you again that I love you. And everyone here, everyone, all the NPCs, everyone else that is here right now, standing their ground, I want to let you all know that even though I don't really know you that well, it's only been about 12 hours or so, that I believe in you guys. Most likely you may be the first ones to die, but who's to say that's going to happen? But most likely it will.
It only took 5 hit points to
But
heal all of you.
Well, let me wrap this up right now, guys, and let's just try to even if we're not resting our eyes, just calm down and enjoy this moment, because this might be the last moment that we all here have together as one, as the final souls that are going to fight these demonic pieces of shit. I say to you, here we are and here we stand, and they will be killed.
And as your thunderous, triumphant, motivational speech rallies the forces, each one of you take 1 point of inspiration to be used at...
That's it.
1 point of inspiration is a big deal, my friend.
Yeah, that's
All right.
really good. That's
Okay.
advantage on a roll.
I was going for 2. I'll take it, I guess. Damn it.
Inspiration lets you add advantage to any roll that you want. Even after you roll your d20 and get a shitty roll, you can use your inspiration point to add advantage to your roll.
You just
Thank you very much,
You
Tommy.
just guaranteed me sneak attack whenever I wanted, bud. Thank you.
It was a
totally
beautiful
Right
speech. I
there
loved
just
it.
made me feel like being back in college and not doing the assignment and having to get up in front of the class and just bullshit.
A+, loved it.
With a defense plan in place, positions being taken, blessings from gods, blessings from devils,
We're so
and a rallying
So fucked.
speech. You all wonder, will it be enough to defend against the demonic salt at the High Hall? You'll have to tune in next week to know if these lowly adventurers have what it takes to survive the demonic assault.
What a cliffhanger.
It's so stressful. We're going to think about this for a week
You're
now.
gonna get so murdered.
Oh
if
my
anyone's
god.
busy next week, fuck off. That's all. Just
So your
go.
other plan.
Cancel your plans.
You
That's
fuck
it.
Can we just play tomorrow?
I mean,
Can we just keep doing this?
Mark, do you want to continuing your rallying cry and take us away here?
Do it for the watchers.
All right. Well, that was episode 11, I believe. Tune in next week. Most likely it will be on Tuesday for episode 12. We will see you then. I want to thank everyone that was in the chat today, all the viewers out there. We appreciate it. We know that Critical Role was doing their thing, and I'm sorry if we took you away from that. But it was well deserved, I'm sure. All right. Well, thank all of you guys. We'll see you next week.